ghosts. I mean, oh, hey.
Troa says hi, just subscribed. Round 1. Fight.
Fight. Felicitations, my family of fledglings. I almost said the wrong thing right at the very beginning. That's so rude of me. Ghosts, it's so good to unsee you as well. You always have to say hi to the fledglings first. 2023 me started to say hi to ghosts because we didn't have fledglings back then. Now we have both. I have to show everybody their propriety. First, we greet the fledglings. Hello, Kuma. I still don't have you set up on YouTube for chills. You'll have to pop on over to Twitch to make that happen. I'm sorry. But thank you for being in the proper place. YouTube's where we're doing all the good farming. Thank you for everybody who's farmed this last week. Patron's going to beat you. He's going to get his intro in first. Troa, thank you so much for 23 months of Prime sub that literally no other streamer could receive. It's a huge gift. I say this every time you do it. There's the chills. Thank you, Akuma. I will get YouTube up where your intros will work there too at one point. I have to make a whole nother global variable and it's a bit complex, but I will do it. Yeah. Crims, hello and welcome. How's it going? I'll tell you how it's going. I was waiting for a couple people to appear before I said this because I feel like I'll say this a few times tonight. The little we think might have some sort of viral thing. Her cough is really bad. It sounds kind of like a barking seal. I'm not sure that it's croup because it doesn't line up with everything else that croup usually has. But she's had that cough for a while, and when she's really sick, she gets really cuddly. And the tiny is Mama's girl, but the little is mine. They chose. We didn't make this happen. We didn't socially engineer them to make one parent more dominant than the other. But she cuddled me to sick. That's the answer. Cuddled me all the way into sick. Can you guys hear game music right now? Because it doesn't look like it's coming through on the monitor. Doesn't look like it's coming through at all. It should be loud now. Hang on, I'll catch up with chat in just a sec. I don't see the right audio coming through. Oh, what on earth have I done wrong now? Could it be my routing? Could be. Could I need game in this one? Now you should hear music, right? That might be a bit loud. Is that better for talking over volume? So yes, Crims, I've caught the littles sick. It was pretty much official as of today. I felt something yesterday, but today I'm definitely just a pile of disgusting cells wrapped in flesh, and that's wrapped in a robe, and I can sit in the corner and pretend to be human. And so we're going to pretend to be human today and stream a stream in my comfiest robe that I can muster, in the hopes that that will make me feel better. My robe my game, and all of you guys. That's what I need. I don't need to lie down. It's too lonely. I need you. I'm an extrovert. Having a nausea spell, gonna lay down for it. By all means, please relax. We don't need more sickies here. Your voice to text and first champion have an echo. Voice to oh no, I know why. I know what's turned on in here that shouldn't be. Streamer bot probably should be off. Thank you. I appreciate the slow fix for everything that's on the Roadcaster. Over time, we'll eventually get everything working like a real live show. Hello, Endangerment. Thank you for the villager traders on D's server. The looting 3 was a huge help. Yeah. Good volume. Sounds like a fantastic time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The only productive thing I did today, and this proves how awful I was feeling, I just sequestered myself over the laundry basin sink and did a whole ton of dishes there. Because the steamy hot, I just turned the water on as hot as it would go and scrubbed dishes all day, all like mid-morning to noon long. No, I went past noon. I almost went to 2. We had a lot of dishes piled up because we don't have a kitchen, we don't have a dishwasher, we don't have a good place to do, we don't have a 2-sink system. If you don't have a dishwasher, you should at least have a 2-sink system. So we've just got an awful scenario right now. Still, over a year we haven't had a kitchen. And standing over the steamy, soapy water was actually helping my my respiratory system. So I'm not incredibly like snotty or anything. Yeah. I wasn't feeling well earlier as well, but I'm fine now. Only going to be paying half attention to the stream. Well, thank you for the lurk support. If you've got 2 tabs to dedicate, I would highly encourage you to go to youtube.com/DamienHolme and watch the live stream on YouTube, because we're farming watch hours to get to my final milestone with YouTube partnership. If you only have 1 browser tab to offer, I'd still encourage you to go to YouTube. It's the same show, but with no ads for now. Yeah. Hi, Earthbound fan. Sorry, I am catching up to YouTube chat. It's good to see you. It'd be funny if Damien made a special opening for me. You can get a special opening. I haven't worked out the details on how to do that with YouTube because I only recently unlocked membership there. But I'll tell you what, if for some reason you should procure a monthly membership on YouTube, I will procure a special intro just for you. Yeah? Deal? That's just a you and me deal right now. I haven't made that real for everybody yet. But for you, the membership due on YouTube, I will make you your own intro. Yeah. My little cuddles, both me and fiance when sick, but fiance is usually the one who gets it. Oh no. You must have a better immunity, or he does something that lowers his immunity. Today I discovered they made a Rivers Cuomo Funko once. I need it. I'm sure they probably make a Funko out of a lot of people. It's an honor. One day maybe I'll have a Funko. We'll see. For now, I'd settle for, like, I don't know. Some folks have said in this particular channel that I need a Gamer Sups flavor. Is that the case? If I had a Gamer Sups flavor, would people actually buy it? I have t-shirts. I would wear a t-shirt right now. But my robe is so freaking comfy. I want this robe. Yeah. Maybe I'll ask Stuart to make me a Funko. He's a 3D printer genius. He'd have to like design it in Blender or something though. First. My friend went to the VTTBP tour and screamed, "I love you, Rivers." I'm actually so jealous. I do not know what that tour is. I have seen Weezer live once. We got to be in a backstage area, not to hang out with them, but to hang out with one of their opening acts because my band and that band were friends at the time. So while I was never friends or cool with Weezer, I was friends and cool with people that Weezer thought was cool. Weezer once called this band their favorite band, but I think it was they called it their favorite band because they sound so much like Weezer. Their name was Ozma. I don't know if they're still doing music, but Ozma's band members and my band members were friendos back in the day when I was doing professional music in California. The 30th anniversary celebration of the Blue album. Oh, cool. That's an old ass album. That's some oldies music right now. If you were listening to oldies radio, if people still listened to radio, you could hear Weezer as old people music. You could probably hear Weezer when you're walking through a grocery store. That's how old it is. Not to disparage it, just if anybody feels like they're particularly young and then I say something like this, that might make you feel old before your time, which is funny. I think it's funny to do. Tonight, besides me being sick and trying to work my way through a 5-hour stream, don't worry, I've done all the self-care things. I did tea. I did a little fun shot of the orange stuff. I'm very well hydrated. I took a hot shower. I did some face goop stuff, like all sorts of fun self-care things that I almost never do because I don't care enough to do these things on a regular basis. But tonight I did, and I slept. Just some sleep. So we're going to be playing more of the remake of Layers of Fear 2023. I hate to say remake. We're going to be playing a portion of Layers of Fear 2023 that did not come from the 2016 game or the 2019 sequel or any of the DLC. We're going to be playing a storyline that depicts the painter's wife, the musician. What we know from the painter's story, the original story of the first Layers of Fear, is the painter is alone in a house. His wife used to be a highly trained and beautifully talented musician on the piano, and she suffered in a concert hall from a big fire. She was burned, but not burned to death. She managed to survive, but the scarring left her disfigured, including her hands, so she could no longer play like she used to. And their relationship was falling apart at that point, in part due to some of the disfigurement, in part due to her changing because she could no longer live her talent out with her hands. And in part due to things happening with the painter, which revealed themselves in the painter story. I'll save that for if you want to play Layers of Fear and you haven't seen it, or you want to watch the playthrough on YouTube. I have a playlist called Layers of Fear 2023 Remake. You can watch all of the VODs there if you've missed anything. But tonight, for the first time in the Layers of Fear chronology, we will see everything from the wife's story, the musician's story. I'm very curious about this because this is... I did a little bit of research. This was never DLC. This was never like a side chapter or a special holiday event or anything. This is brand new just to this game. Yeah. I never do self-care. Me either. It's just not something I'm really into. I'm only into it when my body forces me to. You got your water? Well, especially when I'm sick, I'll be sure to have my water for sure. Thank you, Akuma. No, he has beer. Yeah, that's what I want to do right now. Just chug a good frothy IPA when I'm this sick. That sounds delicious. The relationship was falling apart at this point. Was that a Miracle Musical reference? I think inadvertently. I don't know Miracle Musical. Yeah. I'll be here, but I won't be really existing listening much. That's okay. Hello, Toady. Just a single for me. That's about all I've got to muster too. The little got me sick. So tonight's a sicky stream. Sometimes I wear this robe just because I need a comfortable stream. It was like a long day or rough in some way, or I'm just feeling, cozy. But tonight it's because I'm sick. Yeah. American Musical is a Tally Hall. Oh, side project. Yeah, I really don't know anything about those folks. All right. Shall we begin? All right. Layers of Fear. Chapters? Chapters. Musician's story. The final note is what's behind my head. We tried this last weekend. If you've only been here for the Layers of Fear games and you saw what happened to last weekend's streams, I apologize on my computer's behalf. Crazy crash after crash after crash, and the crashes started getting worse and worse and worse. We figured out what it was. We fixed it all up, and we're back in non-crash territory. Cross my fingers and toes that this won't happen again anymore. I would crash like just trying to load this chapter. It was awful. I don't self-care either. I mean, the obvious shower, food, and shave when needed. That's legit it. Interesting. I don't hear that so much. I hear that more from dudes. So I appreciate that. You're part of my tribe. That's me too. 100%. Dream Suite in C major is one of their saddest songs. I sob every time. I love a good sad song. I need to make like a sad song playlist on Spotify. Same thing with Stranded Lullaby. Toady says the only thing ready to crash is me, but I've got work tonight. Boo. I'm sorry to hear, but thanks for being here and supporting the stream. All right. Musician story. Let's begin. Yes, my current progress will be lost. My current progress was it loaded just like a couple seconds of the game and then crashed. I think we can start a new one. Yay. Please. I mean, I don't know if I want this to be normalized, but now I see two females foregoing most self-care. The thing of it is that here's what I feel. I'm, first of all, a father of 2 daughters. Second of all, I don't talk about this as much, especially because the lore stream is coming up if we get these YouTube watch hours finished. So you all will have 5 hours of personal life history from me, which should be an interesting stream. I promise it's not just going to be, and then I played this video game, and then I went to school, and then we went to this birthday party. Like, I've some interesting stories to tell. But I am the only boy in a family with 3 older sisters. Oh, you're going to go to sleep? All right. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, have a good night. But my point about self-care and females is I feel like what they teach you is a sham, a scam. It's really lame. As a mom, it also doesn't give me the time to try. This is true. This is true. But yeah, there's so much. There's like special clothing to wear to push against parts of your body. There is skincare regimen stuff that you should do, especially if you feel like you also have a social obligation to wear makeup when you step out of the house. Or in some people's cases, wear makeup even just around the house because that is your face and you don't have a face but if you don't have makeup on. So then you need a skincare regimen for that. Maybe you don't even wear makeup, but you've been told you need a skincare regimen anyway. Some people also feel like they need to do hair care. I don't mean just your head, but like all hair. So your body hair all has special care regimen, whether that's special body washes or depilaration and shaving and all that kind of stuff, or laser treatment. Then I think there are different ways in which people say you need certain different vitamins and mineral support and probiotics and things to keep you regularly healthy on the inside. And it's just product after product after product. People prey on men with capitalist movements as much as they can and try to make manly, masculine products for men to buy into all the time. But women have it way worse. Every company in the world tries to tell you what your next new problem is. If you didn't think you had one, they'll try their best to sell. They'll spend millions, billions in marketing to sell you the idea that you have another problem that you probably don't have, and then that their product is the solution. It's insane. It's insane. And my sisters are on the low end of bought into that myth, but there's still some things that they do that I'm like, oh man, I wish I could just black pill you on this stuff so you could save yourself money, save yourself time, learn to love your body the way it is instead of trying to conform to some standard. We're definitely teaching my daughters all these things about, I mean, every time they see an advertisement, they're I'm not trying to like program them or anything, but the little does say like, oh, look, there's another company trying to steal our money. I might be trying to program them a little bit. Yeah. I have no idea what you just typed in Twitch chat endangerment. Jokes on them. I can't afford their marketing. That was part of it for me, is that I lived a great deal of my life unable to afford all of their stupid things in the first place. So I grew really complacent to advertisements, because if you tell me send all your money my way and I'm like, no, I don't have any money to send your way, then, you know, what are they even doing? As a not mom, I don't understand. Oh, that you don't have, that parents don't have much time. Makeup on rare occasions only. It's pretty much Oz too. I think Oz used to wear more makeup before she met me. And I said, I don't really have a social expectation for you to wear makeup places unless we're going someplace fancy and you'll feel awkward. That is to say, if we went someplace fancy and she's like, you know what, I'm not really feeling makeup, I'd be like, that's fine. Do your face the way you want. If you're fresh faced in a fancy place, everybody's just going to see how, you know, pretty her regular face is. But if she wants to do makeup because it's like a conformity thing, like, well, everybody's kind of in a certain social standard and I'll feel better if I do this, then I'd be like, then I want you to feel better. When we're in nice places or doing nice things, I don't want her to be thinking about herself. I want her to be thinking about the experience and the memories that we're making and all of that, and not be self-conscious, right? But around me, around the kids, around what we do on a day-to-day basis, she doesn't feel compelled to look a certain way to make me happy. In fact, her hair and body hair habits and everything are entirely her desires for what she wants out of her body. Because for me, and I don't know if other people feel this way in their relationships, whatever gender or whatever type of person you're into, I feel like one of the most sexy things to see in a person is self-confidence, is an appreciation of how you feel in your own skin. And if somebody looks like they're putting on a glamour, a facade, they're not comfortable, it's different, it's weird, I'm only doing this for my partner sort of thing, I see through that and I feel bad and awkward. I don't want you to be unnatural and uncomfortable to match some thought I have in my head, to match some weird imagined version of you that I'd like to see come to life. Maybe like once in a great while, if it's just for like funsies. Like if she asked, putting me aside, what do you want? I'd be like, okay, well, we can talk about that. But usually even then, like if I really thought about it, what makes me happy is her maximal comfort in every way. Clothes, self-care, the whole thing. Damien, out of context, I'm feeling like Napoleon Bonaparte. That's amazing. I hope you feel that way more often. Because good on you. I'm going to try to take a nap. Worst case scenario, I am conked out for the rest of the day. If you haven't already, please consider having YouTube running on my live stream while you do so we get some watch hours over there. Thanks, Toady. And I hope you rest well. Because there's nothing I can do. Wait, Napoleon Bonaparte did a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, in the end, he got it all taken away. But in his life, he was, very ambitious and made a lot of things happen. He rallied the French under him, albeit in sort of a imperialistic way, but he did it. All right, let's actually play this game. Musician's story. The final note. No! Hang on. Twitch ads for the Twitch folk. Let's pause real quick for those of you who are not subscribers on Twitch. For every other live stream, this is fine. You all can spend the next minute watching, the show without having to worry about it. But I'd really hate to disenfranchise those folks on Twitch that they're about to be shoved into an ad break or have started to already. Yeah. Such a rude time for that to happen. I didn't catch the alarm that said it was going to happen in a few minutes, or I would have seen, and I would have planned accordingly. I have my ring light is at a different angle now, and it creates this goatee shadow on my chin now. I'm not quite sure how to fix it. I think it needs to move more to the side, but I don't have room to make that happen. Or it could go up, but I don't have up to go with the tripod it's on now. Yeah, I had to switch tripods because I switched cameras because I'm trying something. So I don't know. I may have to go back or figure something out or buy another tripod. I have too many tripods. All right, let's go. She started to say, my very first memory is that of hitting a piano key.
Piano key. My small, chubby finger, the cold, smooth ivory under my skin.
Is that loud for everybody? If I'm talking over the game, hang on, I need to click back into the game real quick. If I'm talking over the game, can you all hear me pretty loud, or is the game too loud? Also, so this is, I think, pre-burns. Yeah. Because the mirror is intact. I didn't expect to see her, but there she is. The musician intact. And her side of the bed looks fine. His side of the bed looks slept in. He's got a book there. Maybe things are still okay at this point. Remember my buttons. There's my zoom. All right, let's go.
I need someone to confide in. And that someone is me.
This is her diary. Yeah, the mirror was broken after the accident. She smashed it at some point. Maybe we'll actually see that happen. What's over here?
You mustn't give up. You had everything any of us ever wanted. You still do. Your talent, your marriage, your daughter. Neither of these went away. The only thing the flames changed was you. You have power over yourself. Live your life. Reclaim it. Don't let your body be your cage.
Didn't read the last part, but it says, your friend forever, Beatrice Gillespie. Gillespie? Gill or Jill? I don't know. This is interesting because this talks about the fire, but I'm holding this with an unburnt hand, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I'm unburnt there. So I'm a little bit confused. Am I going crazy too? Could the musician also have some sort of mental illness? Because I look fine. The mirror is intact. And this paper says that I was in a fire. It also has a grammatical... I can't let grammar slide. So we're going to talk about it because I've got to. It says, your talent, your marriage, your daughter. That's 3 things. Neither of these went away. Neither is a choice between 2. It should say none of these went away, right? In fact, on the right in the subtitles for the paper that I'm holding, it does say the right thing. I know this is a Polish company that develops these games. And so, you know, but I will still nitpick English because you could still get some good Google Translate going on. There's so many paintings. It's like Layers of Fear. House is all about
Hush
art.
now, my baby. I'll tell you a tale. There was a man whose world wasn't pale. There was a woman who made the world sing. And they found love, the most beautiful thing.
So this handwriting is hers. It's the musician after the fire. She learned how to write again with burnt hands, and it comes out kind of like this. Although this is definitely a font that they developed and they didn't handwrite this, which is a shame. Because you can see every single weird capital A there. That's the exact same A. It's a pretty good font. It's compelling. It looks like handwriting until you look at it just for a second too long, and then you realize it's definitely not. So I guess what I'm saying with the paintings is I always thought that all these dark, creepy paintings might have been part of the dude's mental illness. Like he just saw paintings everywhere. But now I'm thinking they actually have their home dressed up like this. It's really that wild. Okay, so the storm's going on outside just like it is on his gameplay. Now, why are the doors to their closet smashed? Who did that? Did she do that when she was angry? Did he do that when he was drunk? What is going on? What if we're playing ghost version of her? She sees herself as whole again, but she's really not. She's actually dead. And we're going to find the Layers of Fear guy. I mean, why do I say it that way? Her husband, the painter, and try to haunt him. That would be an interesting twist. Oh my. Okay, so she's not healthy. This room might be very much how it was when she was healthy, but stepping out, there is something very, very wrong with her, because there's her there's her piano, and it is being held up by chains. There's chains everywhere. We've lost our shit already. There's an oh my, yeah, there's chains. There's chains pooling on the ceiling. Chains all the way down here. She's lost her shit. Chains downstairs. All over the place. What is this? What does it mean? Well, maybe this note will help tell us.
After some time, they had a child that brought light to their life, a lot of light. She loved her parents, her dolls, and her toys. And even Daddy wasn't mad at her noise.
Yeah, in the waking story, he got mad anytime he could hear their daughter, which is lovely. First steps make the first step towards freedom. I love when a game gives you an achievement for not doing anything. Can we bump into this chain? We can. So the chains are engageable. Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting pose. Why is that lamp that way? And what's happening with that one particular picture? I see something in the darkness over here. Also, that chair. It's being impaled by chains. That's kind of creepy.
Then, one day, there was a fire. It took from Mommy all her desires. She didn't know what to do with her life.
Well, she knew what to do. She knew how to write the end of that story. Because she did in the bathtub. So is the canon to this. Okay. We go check on the daughter's room. I think we go check on the daughter. Did I hear the sound of a knife? I feel like I did. There's a knife. I did. So we can't get to the daughter. Daughter's room is completely chained off. But we can get to this room. This is the last room the painter sees in his playthrough. And what it's filled with are paintings of his wife. Perfect, beautiful paintings of his wife. But while he's still insane, he sees every painting that he's ever done of her as having the disfigurement from the fire. He didn't actually paint them that way. But with his mental illness, he sees them all disfigured in one of the bad endings. Let's grab the knife.
And then she found a very sharp knife.
I see. That's the end of that rhyme. Well, I guess we're hanging on to that. I didn't want that. And in here, there are not a whole bunch of paintings. So that happened after she was out of the picture. All of those other paintings, he painted them to bring her back. But there's at least one. And there is something that is indicated in the painter's story about how the musician felt. She felt that when he painted a magnum opus painting of his wife, and I think this is the one, the lady in black here, that the musician felt so jealous that it was like her husband was idealizing a non-burned version of her so much that she couldn't compete. It was almost like he was cheating on her with this painting, and she hated it.
Is this how I looked?
Yeah. I mean, it's how you look in the mirror, though, too, right now. So I'm kind of confused what's going on. But yes, that is her. That is the her that he fell in love with. Oh my. Okay, I guess we're not going downstairs. I thought maybe we'd go downstairs and check out the rest of the house. But now everything's changed. because why not? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's some weird blurring there. Yep, we are losing our minds too. Just like the husband. What's this?
It's so dark in here. Time to let the light in.
Okay. So now we have a flashlight too. Because why not? Can we burn with the flashlight just like the husband can? Looks like we can. Why does she need the burn mechanic? I really don't like the burning mechanic, to be perfectly honest. Oh. That's neat. It tells you, looking at the door, that it is locked. Okay. Oh, that's just a big old empty canvas. And some medical salves and stuff. And blood. Is this to see to her burns? I feel like she walks slow. That looks like a door. What are we doing here? What did we do? We opened the door and chained a bunch of other things. So in other words, to move forward in her life, she chained away her music. And I don't know why her wheelchair's in chains. Just because it is. Because why not? And there's some booze. That's definitely husband's booze. Oh, and there they are in real life. Chained, hanging. Bloody door. Now, is that from her? I can't imagine the blood coming from him. But maybe her burns ooze blood. Morphine prescription. Patient name, date, William H. Green, MD. I will take that. I think that's my morphine. Can we go in? We can. Kind of a creepy looking room. I picked up my salve, my bandages. Thank you. We could still go back in that way. That's interesting. There are too many directions I could choose. I'm used to this game being very linear. And so for her chapter to have like, okay, here are four exits. Where do you go? Guess we're just gonna choose one. Oh my, that's mighty dark. Well, let's go. That's weird. One of the lights just popped out of existence. Okay, well, hey, I think that took us right back to where we were. Lights came back on. Kit! Hi, how you doing? Chains is an interesting decor choice. Yeah, we're playing the painter's wife now, the musician, the one who was burned in a fire, who chases him. And for him to get the good ending, he's got to like rush and embrace her because he was so off-put by her after the accident and fell into his own weird dementia that he left her alone. Now we're playing her story to see her side of the tale. Okay, those are the same. Phone's gonna die. Gonna keep playing Final Fantasy 14 while it charges, and I'll be back later. Sounds good, Crims. Enjoy 14. I guess we'll go back the way we came then. Let's see if we can change this. I'm not quite sure what the chains idea is, except that when she was burned, can we not go through this way? We can. When she was burned, she lost the ability to pursue her craft. She could no longer be a musician. So maybe she sees the burns and, you know, her husband started to like pull away from her. So maybe she started to see the burns as chains that kept her music and her husband away from her. She could not pursue the things she loved. Oh, do I put my bandages here now? This family needed a lot of time surfing the psychiatric. Yeah, I don't think mental help was a thing as much in the era that these people are from. Them talking about getting electric wiring in the house is one hint about the era they were from.
Take it away. I can't look at it. And don't try to bind me again.
I mean, isn't that for her help? Isn't that supposed to help out with stuff? Is this the bottle I'm looking for? No, I'm pretty sure that's booze. Okay, we're still looking for a couple other things, though, I guess. Bad burns make things really tight, the scar tissue. Is that to say that the bandages would be really uncomfortable? But they're necessary, right? Has this room changed at all? No. Okay, let's go this way. There's like nothing. I probably have to leave this area and come back then. This is just a loop. And we're missing these other things that I think we need to go and find. We could probably do it with this. Interesting. Interesting mechanic there. It's like she's walking around with the painting. Oh, and the bandage is still there. Oh, okay. Not this version of the room. The skin itself could make movement hard to do. Oh, the reason why she walks slow? Yeah, maybe. She definitely was walking slower than how I think the painter walks. Except in the first Layers of Fear. He walks with a limp, and they took that out in the remake for some reason. I knew a woman who had bad scar tissue around the bend of her arm. She couldn't straighten it at all. Ooh. Not fun. Okay, so here's a different version of the room. And it's super dark, but kind of the same hallway. Something else in here. Now this room is locked. Okay. Now we will go down the side corridors and maybe find something new. Or maybe it's still just a loop. Maybe we have to loop for a bit. Or maybe this one's just a dead end. Or maybe it's not a dead end. Maybe we're making progress. Now this hall is changed from the last time. We have to go through it. A lot of physical therapy to have any range of motion. I think they talk about this in this story too, that she does some significant therapy just so she can write again. She plunks on the piano a little bit. The painter gets upset. He's like, you need to be healing. But she's like, I can't live without piano, so let me plunk. But she does get herself writing again. Okay, we got a key. Oh, come on. Who am I defending myself against? That's just me. Why am I burning me? She's gonna come back again, too. Close that door. Is she still chasing me? I'm not really looking to get chased tonight.
You're so...
Is she talking to her about herself? Why am I being chased by a version of me? What am I holding on to now? Maybe it's that she doesn't appreciate who she's become. She's this haunting presence now. Okay, this goes in here. Oh, it's just like a mouth paddle or something? A bite stick? I don't really... It's my guess. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the mechanic of having to defend oneself against a ghost version of oneself. Well, I don't. So far, I don't like the burn mechanic at all. It's just it's tense. I appreciate tension in a horror game, but this one doesn't feel like it's that great. Hi.
I hate this, but it seems simpler than playing the violin. For now.
This
Feels like sewing myself in place, though. Binding myself to my prison.
as if with chains. This is when I tried to do cross stitch once in my life. This is kind of how it looked for me too. About this kid, I could follow the instructions, but yeah, I made the frame pretty bad after some time. Why did these lights keep flickering out? Well, we've come back around again. Anything in here? I think that's the last thing we were looking for. Who's knocking? Wait, it says locked, but I can open it. Hello? You smashed my fruit. Who would do that? I'm being chased again. From over there. Hi. I don't like this version of me. Actually, I much prefer the version of her from the first Layers of Fear. It was a little bit spookier.
Go on like this.
It was a little bit spookier. She moved and wiggled like a real horror movie monster, and this version does not, which makes this version a little more realistic. But I liked the weird wiggling. They even talked about the wiggling in the canon of this game, but then she doesn't wiggle. And that's that he asked the doctors, like, what could possibly cause weird muscle twitches and spasms? And they're like, well, I guess it's possible that some of the nerve damage could cause weird spasming from the fire or whatever, but don't really hear about anything like this. So they talk about it as though it's a thing, but then she doesn't do the weird wiggles from the first game.
What would I do without you? This prison would be unbearable.
Laudanum? Is that to say, it says poison. Is that to say that laudanum was also taken not just as a poison, but also as a remedy of sorts? A self-medicating sort of remedy? I don't know the history of laudanum. I mean, I know the word. I think I might have heard about it in a movie or two, but... All right, we're back to this room again. They used to put it in tea. Interesting. So what was the goal? Was it just sort of like an opium of sorts? A way to make everything calm? Pain relief medicine? Gotcha. But also a poison. Okay. Back in this version. We're looking for a certain iteration of the room. Oh, maybe the room where the door was blocked. Maybe it won't be blocked this time. Yeah, this one. Hey, there it is. So the wood is now on the floor. So this was getting the components of a key. Well, hello. What have you done to your daughter's doll?
What are you doing?
Or bear?
I don't want it. Take it away. Take it away.
Gotcha. So this is interesting. I can appreciate this. I think I talked about this a little bit when we were doing the painter's story, that it seems like some of the chapters were only there to... I can't remember if I said this on stream or if I was talking about this in person. That some of the chapters feel like they're in there only because they were trying for different ways to be scary. Like, they added a daughter to the painter's story in the original Layers of Fear because they thought it would be creepy to have like a doll level. And they couldn't have a doll level unless they had dolls in the house. Well, why would they have dolls in the house? Well, let's give them a daughter. And then they had the paintings coming to life and doing weird things. That's set because of the painter. But yeah, like every level had like different sort of creeps to it. And they did that by putting in different themes. And some of them worked, some of them didn't. I feel like the mannequin jump scares and movements from Layers of Fear 2 kind of fell flat. But I mean, if you're scared of mannequins, then it's pretty good. With this one, I think the musicians' horror is coming from like medical horror, body horror. Hi, buddy. The head came back. So uncivilized. I know, right? She doesn't want the drugs. Yeah, she said the laudanum was helping her get through it, but I don't know if that's the same thing as she wants it so much as she can't seem to live without it. But yeah, I think I think a lot of people who have had a major medical event or two can at least sense some of the fear that she's feeling about having to undergo this whole new regimen of living. The syringe was probably morphine. I think so, because we found a morphine prescription earlier. Oh, gross. Possible ban evader. I would say they are. Yep, I would say they are. Her chapter feels very limiting. The rooms have very little to them except chains, and there are not very many directions you can go. Oh, including not the one door that's open. Oh, can we break this now? I'll pause for ads. Her chapter is also rather dark. I mean, they gave a flashlight to every major character in the entire 2023 game and remake so far. So I think just making everything darker overall was a good idea. Part of that, I know that they switched over to the Unity engine. I don't remember what they had this built in before, but they were able to do a lot more cool dynamic lighting and shadow and all that sort of thing. So maybe they couldn't even do like a flashlight mechanic in the way the game was originally built. It still had its own dark ambiance, and I think the art style did really well on its own. But having everything darker is definitely cooler. I just wish that the flashlight was literally just to help you like find things and not to help you burn enemies. Because I don't think horror games should give you the ability to go toe to toe with the thing that you're being haunted by. I think you should be haunted by something, that's fine, or you don't have to. A game can get by without doing the actual like jump scares or being chased or anything and still come off as really creepy. But this game does have something that's like coming after you, and I think it would make more sense for you just to have to like run or figure something else out or solve a puzzle or whatever with the pressure, but not like not attack back. It feels kind of Resident Evil at that point, and the Resident Evil games to me are not scary. They're creepy, you know, there's some creepiness to them and sad stories, but having like everything from a pistol to a rocket launcher to blow up your enemies in Resident Evil makes it decidedly not like scary. All right, break those chains. You're on morphine now. Oh, her hands got burns. That's different. That's different. She was not burned when we started the game. Breaking free. Break the first chain. Okay. Oop, this door's open toward me chain. Oh, that whole chapter took place in the house.
I can't go on like this. I need to break free.
I see. We probably couldn't go downstairs until we broke our way through. Oh, I wonder how many chains we'll have to break. And we can come back in here too. Oh, we can come back in here and the room's changed back. But there's also something here that wasn't there before. We beat a chapter, we gain a thing. What did we gain?
I felt like a goddess when you looked at me. When you painted me. I fell asleep posing. You didn't wake me up. You just kept working until you could barely stand. That was when I knew that it's you that I want.
Oh, that's very sweet. Too bad she grew to hate him painting her. Okay, so each chapter is going to be like a different part of the house then that we unlock. It looks like we're definitely going downstairs then next. So that makes me wonder, like in the painter's playthrough, you can't go through that door at all. In Inheritance, in the daughter's playthrough, you get to see what's in there. I wonder if we'll get to see what's in there at all with the musician's playthrough or not. What rooms will we end up unlocking? You know what I mean? I didn't even try to go down here before we hit that first chapter. Ooh, did that one wiggle? I think she is losing her ish. I think one of the paintings did a wiggle for me. Everything. Okay, so we definitely can't go through his. Looks like his studio is actually open. There ain't no going through that one. I guess we're going into the closet. Why? Dunno.
If the finger you put it on has been deformed, destroyed, does the marriage even stand a chance?
Oh. Nothing in there.
Luckily, I can take refuge in music. That's when my shackles get lighter, if only for a little while. Even the gramophone helps sometimes. I feel much better after listening to some vinyls. Also seems to think it helps.
Okay. So maybe the next one will be her trying to find some music to listen to. That's cool. That's pretty cool too from this angle, looking back up. Yeah, I think we're going through the closet. It's probably going to be a whole other chapter down here, right? Hi. Oh, maybe not.
We thought everything we wanted to hide would fit here. How stupid we were.
Yeah, kinda.
Today, a lock jammed in the bedroom door. I started screaming, begging anyone to open. It was a good half hour before a maid showed up. I don't understand. I lock the door in the house all the time. But something about being in a room I couldn't leave was just unbearable.
Interesting. And why does she lock the doors in the house all the time? Well, you know, probably for the little, to be perfectly honest. Luke, how's it going? For having like a 3-year-old or whatever at the time of the burn, I forget the exact timing of when she was burned versus how old the little was. The little, no, maybe it was. I don't know. I take it back at the 3-year-old part. Whenever the little was around and was a little, for a house this big and daunting, I could see locking doors to make sure that she doesn't go wandering around doing the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, yep. It wasn't in the closet. It was going in the closet and back out. She knew they had a key. Oh, the little? The little kid's like running around locking doors behind her. That would be rude. Are we back in this same hallway again? We are. It has changed though. That's a new painting. Is this a real old painting? I think all the Layers of Fear 1 paintings were real, but this one's just like, what is going on? Who would paint this? Oh yeah. She's losing it.
I can't breathe in here.
She's like a caged bird. Okay, well, how do we... Whoa, it's getting smaller. This appeals to those who have claustrophobia. Oh, it's getting smaller. I hear a bird. Oh, there's a door. Just like that. We just had to pace around. Are we... Oh. Hi. What does that say? Breathe. So this is a very different room. It's a room with a bed, first off.
Even my instruments have their prisons.
I guess that's one way to look at it. She's got the violin now. I think it's interesting she just grabs stuff and picks it up. And then it's in her hammer space. Like, what happens? Why does she just pick it up? Whoa. Never mind. I guess we're not looking at breathe out there. Interesting that the window just opened up onto some brick wall, too. Okay, we can't leave. How much you want to bet? We can go through the closet now. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Narnia. Okay, there's a scale here again. The last time we saw this, I think we were seeing one in the painter's playthrough. We might have seen one in the daughter's playthrough. So we may have to make a choice here. How
Do you
to
stay with me, little bird? It's safe here. Suffocating, but safe.
Oh. I don't know if you want to do that to a little bird. You can cage the bird, which will help her mental health, or you could set it free. I feel like the right thing to do is to set things free and not cage them. We'll watch both endings. Whichever ending we choose, I'll pull up the other ending, but I don't know. Something tells me you gotta...
Maybe you want to fly away into the unknown and learn how to breathe again.
Yeah. That seems like the more right choice. I can't help it. Even though it's dead. We'll just put it there. Next to the open air. The exterior of this mansion is very interesting. They always do these like high brick walls, so there's no way you can see beyond it.
Will it be better outside?
It flew away. If only in my dreams. All right. This is how we escape, I guess. Choosing to be helpful. Nice. This is a cool hallway.
There's nowhere to run.
Okay. I mean, there's another door over there. Oh, the walls are growing thin on me. Nice. I didn't even realize it was happening. I was like, why are you crying? It's fine. And I realized, oh no, it's not fine. We needed to move. We were moving, but yeah.
I know it now. I measured. My room is shrinking every day.
Interesting.
He paints it at night, and every morning the walls are this much closer.
Huh.
Prison grows smaller every day.
So she thinks he's adding paint to the walls, and that's making the walls grow smaller, and she's getting claustrophobic. Interesting. That's an interesting way to paint claustrophobia. I didn't think that this would also be a claustrophobia tale. I had it pegged that she was doing like a body horror sort of story, because she'd eventually turn into the burned, like, you know, wraith that she becomes in his story. But claustrophobia makes a whole lot of sense. She's basically a shut-in. She can't do nearly all the things that she used to do to make her feel free. I have to pull on this? Oh.
I feel like my life is falling apart.
Painting of her post-accident.
Everything I touch breaks.
Did she slash it up? I feel like she did that and not him. He probably would have left it. Oh, we've got no way out. What's going on? Oh my. The whole room. We're closing in again. Hello? Hi. We're in a very small room again.
The painting is so bland that you have to focus to see that it's even there. Looks like the work of a person afraid to change his surroundings. Someone who's resigned and isn't willing to put himself out there, who hates to see even his loved ones out and about and free. A man who will imprison his family just to stop them from getting better than him.
Wow. That's some bold accusations. She's really upset with him and also probably herself. Like what? I wonder what painting she meant. I wish I could see the one that she's referring to, but these are all like classics. Somebody else's works. Anyway. Oh, back to this hall again. But is the way forward clear now? It is. Oh, she's getting more burnt, I think. Yeah, I think she's becoming more and more the burnt wraith. All right, we're back out. What chains will fall now? These ones.
Let me out!
To the basement. Cool. I think ultimately this is going to move away and the bathroom's going to be the final place that she gets to. Because, as we know from the painter's story, that was the final place she got to. Also, it's Halloween season.
Whatever you say about this place, it had great acoustics.
Oh, she probably liked the basement. It's practically like a whole wine cellar down here. Oh yeah, that's where she kept the piano. That's right. Yeah. It is basically like a whole wine cellar down here. What was I gonna say? Oh, pretty. Piano's all doing its own thing. Nope, totally blanked my mind. I'm really not streamer brained. I think I'm just sick brained.
Blue souls. I could do anything I wanted with them if I had them listening. This here, it was my place of power.
Interesting. Oh, the Halloween event. It's October. This room that the piano is in also hosts the Halloween event for Layers of Fear. I wonder if it's different this year. It has changed from year to year, but they might recycle it. I don't want to close it. Looks like the hand is there to like close the keyboard. Let's keep going for a little while. See if we can get past it. That guy is melty. It's one moment of peace and serenity in an otherwise very tortured story. Okay, we'll close it. Or no, she couldn't play? Yeah. Ah. Oh. Okay. I was like, are her hands whole again? No, they're not. Try. It's okay. Oh, it's just the one side. Oh, never mind. It was just the one side.
Today after dinner, I tried to pick up the violin, and I just couldn't grasp the bow. The problem wasn't even holding it properly. It was holding it at all and not letting go, not screaming with pain. It's like my hands are in shackles, like every finger has its own ball and chain. I can't move them properly.
Oh. Sad. She couldn't play, of course, but her dreams. Did I read that on the wall or something? She couldn't play, of course, but her dreams were. I didn't catch the rest of it.
A painting as boring as this one could be conceived only by a person who doesn't feel or understand emotion anymore. A vile, heartless man, locked in a bland, boring prison.
Wow. Yeah, she's got some vitriol to her now. She's definitely hurting. She's got her own problems. He's not helpful. He's causing some of her problems. Oh, there's a mirror. So yes, he's being really bad. Her reaction to him being bad, getting drunk and getting delusional, and her own upset, her own anger at her loss of everything that brings her joy, is she's lashing out. Which, you know, if you think about, well, if I were in chronic pain and I couldn't do the one thing that I loved and my partner wasn't understanding, I would still be the bigger person. I don't think very many of us would, myself included. I'd like to say I could do better than the musician were I in her shoes, but I might also lash out and be cruel. You just never know until something like this happens to you, how your character will come through. We all want to say we'll be good. Oh, okay, we're not leaving the basement. You're entering brand new hallway. Hi. Oh. Am I on fire now? Oh, there's fire behind me. Oh, it's reaching me. I gotta run. Jump. Jump, I guess. You want to burn? Oh, I guess we're jumping. What's going on with us? I'm so confused. I'm so... Oh, that's coming after me. I gotta run. Hi, baby doll. Oh. The elevator is coming down the shaft, and I am being pursued by it. I gotta push that down too. Push down everything I loved. Oh, did I get knocked over? Oh no, I'm just falling. Okay, good. I thought I lost. I didn't lose.
It hurts.
I'm so sorry.
God, I just wanted to stop.
Is this a memory?
It will. We'll look for help. Everything will be all right.
No, I don't want more strangers to see me like this.
Oh, stop.
But I can't do this alone. I'm not a doctor. There's my work. There's our daughter. There's too much for one person.
He's probably right there.
Please, darling. We need help.
But the medicine helps. It isn't that bad. My body will heal. I will heal. I need to be with my loved ones.
Oh, she's choosing wrong.
Not with the doctors. We can't let that accident take our life from us.
Tough conversation. Live through the first conversation. Interesting. Well, we've looped. Well, we still don't look burnt. Oh, that's, I wish I hadn't turned on the flashlight. That is, oh my. That is, now I can't stop doing it. Probably could have done better. They probably could have done better. Oh no. Did they forget that you would get to see yourself? Oh. Okay, I gotta stop. It's gonna make me cough. We don't get to read this one out loud. I'll read this one out loud then. Fine. Today after dinner, I tried to pick up the violin and I just couldn't grasp the bow. Oh, we already had this one. It just came back. It came back to here. Okay. What about over on this side? What's this one?
I'm so glad you're all doing well. Are you sure, though, that you should be planning a journey abroad already?
Oh?
Traveling can be exhausting, even in the best circumstances. Give yourself time to heal, please.
Your friend forever, Beatrice Gillespie. I think it's Gillespie. Why is there a capital G and a capital I and then Gillespie in the handwritten note? That's weird. So she has a friend. That's kind of weird too. The painter story kind of made it feel like he didn't really have a friend. He just had an agent. That's about the only person who ever talked to him about anything.
I try to think of better times. Of our engagement, of the exhibition we did together. His paintings on the walls, my music in the air. Freedom.
Interesting. Well, this all looks the same. I don't know if this is her lobby then. Her bedroom is the lobby. I feel like every character has like a lobby they return back to. Stuart, finally off work. Welcome back. Welcome home, I should say. How goes? How is work? I'm sick, by the way. So if I'm kind of low-key, lower energy. I'm like the chillest streamer, the least energetic streamer on the face of the internet. But yeah, I caught a sickness from the little, and it's waylaid me hard today. But I downed some Dayquil and a bunch of tea and water and sleep and shower, all the good stuff before stream. So I'm doing okay. I'm sick too, or getting there. Oh no. I don't want other sickies. Just me. Okay, so this hasn't changed. Oh, it's changed. It's changed. Okay. This area's changed. There are less chains around. Are we breaking free? This part's still chained as fuck. I guess you're like, no getting in there. But it's better.
I started practicing again. It isn't much, and is frustrating, but it feels good.
Good.
Keeps telling me that I should be careful. I don't think he believes I can get better. I think he likes it that I'm locked here, in this house, in my body, with him having all the control.
I think when you see how bad he is with the drinking and the pacing and all that, I don't think he feels that way. I think she's mischaracterizing him quite a bit. Oh.
Trapped in this house, in its body, in my head.
Those chains are gone now. I mean, so she said she doesn't want to see any strangers. She only wants to be surrounded by loved ones. She doesn't want doctors. So who's doing the real trapping here? Is there a new note there?
All these hours at the piano, with the violin, with the flute. I didn't want to create art. I wanted to be art. You saw that, and it felt as if something new opened in me. I saw it open in you as well. New possibilities, new ways to make beauty.
Interesting. Now I wonder, can you wander the rest of the house that you've unlocked so far before you go into the next chapter? That would mean there'd be maybe new stuff to read in the basement as well.
It doesn't work!
Oh, the morphine. Interesting. Her upset writing looks just like his upset writing. I forgot when your next stream is. Don't want to miss Alan Wake. It'd be tomorrow at the same time frame as this one. For you, that's 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. There's nothing to read in here. 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. Saturday and Sunday is when I do spooky games for the spooky season. Then we go back to Mist and Mother. Was there anything new down here? I just want to check. See if I can find other new things to read and look at. Curious to do so. Okay, so nothing. I do want to keep going back to the painting though, then. The painting of her, and see if there's new notes that spawn after each chapter's end. So it looks like the basement and the under the stairs, those things don't seem to change from chapter to chapter, or at least not after this chapter that we just finished. We'll go into, this will be his office, the husband's office. Cool, should be getting off just as you start. Right on. His office. Why does he even have an office like this? He's a painter. Do painters need an office like this? Shouldn't this just be like, he's got a studio. Shouldn't he just use a studio only?
This is where we pretended to be normal, sane, stable people.
Oh, okay.
Where the shackles were the heaviest.
I understand now. They do all like their bookkeeping and adulting here to feel like real adults when they're definitely just creatives.
If I'm not able to go out and be the lady of the house, they will send me to the hospital. I know it. I will be locked there for life.
Oh, that's why she doesn't want to see a doctor. She feels like they're going to institutionalize her. So she goes on shopping trips still? Whoa, look at that big ass chain. Oh, the picture's different. We don't have the little, what's his face? The weird cat boy or dog boy or whatever it's supposed to be anymore. Yeah, this is where you pretended. Oh, I'll pause here for a second for folks who are not subscribed. Yeah, it's so story driven. I don't want anybody non-subscribed to miss out, but you all who are subscribed get to keep hanging out with me and hear whatever it is I have to say on the ad break times. I really like the design of this house. I don't like brown, so I'd probably do something else with all of the wood. Unfortunately, I hate to say it because some people say, you know, don't hide wood, don't paint wood. But you know what? If you hate wood and everything's wood and this is your place that you own and nobody else owns it, I say do with it what brings you joy. What would bring me joy is getting rid of brown. Our house right now is so full of brown, and wherever it's not brown, it's also other earth tones like tan and beige. I guess those are kind of browny colors too. I just want to paint it all neutral tones, and there's a reason why I do that. I don't want a monochrome house, but I want splashes of bright color like beautiful greens and blues and deep rich reds and purples and stuff at different seasons. I want the house to seasonally shift in color palette. And if you have browns, there's a bunch of colors that will clash. You have to be careful what colors you choose to match with the wood. And I don't want that. I want a monochrome house that then you can accent with different curtains, throw rugs, pillows, and other accoutrements that you can switch out. You only have to switch them out 4 times a year. That's not a whole lot of work, really. 4 times a year, you switch stuff out. And then you paint the house in a very different palette. And you don't have to worry about matching up with nasty, ugly brown. The worst color in the whole palette. Okay, back in this again. Cage. I mean, I get it. You feel very caged in here. I'm guessing these are the chains we'll have to break through. Okay. Oh, is this the food and provisions chapter? Oh my. That's a beautiful room. Even with the
The
chains.
library is so much more than just a room. It's an escape. Hundreds of escape exits.
That sounds daunting to hear when I'm playing a game here. Like, I don't want to hear a play. God, is this really in the mansion? This was never in anybody else's playthroughs. Imagine a room this grandiose in a house. This is amazing. Wow. A lot of stuff I make tend to have some brown in it. Finding the right brown is not easy. I don't blame you for a color that I just don't like at all and I would like to never have brown anywhere in my entire life. I would find it very hard to find a good brown. Okay. It's going to be a big old maze. Possibly looking for pieces of something to put together. Did I also hear a rat? I hope I did. Do you think the Rat Queen's prominent at all in her story, or no, is she just losing her own shit? Because the Rat Queen seems to suggest that with the painter, the actor, and the writer, the Rat Queen has something to do with their mental illness. But I honestly feel like the musician so far has proven that she's mental on her own.
You have a responsibility. There's a child who needs you. I understand this is hard. I understand that you're in pain. But you are a mother, for God's sake.
What's he saying? Like, why would he write this? Unless it's just like she spends so much time in the library just reading and reading and reading, and therefore she leaves the child completely alone. It's good for a natural look on stuff, makes a good color for a base since it doesn't draw attention away from the figure. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So this just burned away to let me go forward. Yeah, you know what? I'd be pretty pissed off if Oz was just like, you know what? I'm going to neglect the chillins. I'm just going to be in our huge, beautiful, gorgeous library. I mean, maybe I wouldn't blame her. Damn, I guess I can't get mad. I was just be like, I'd be mad if she left our kids alone and I'd be like, no, you know what? With a library this beautiful, I'd be like, nah, go ahead. I get it. We'll hire a nanny. If they were making this kind of money, that is that what we're trying to unlock? Is this like treasure chest here? We're gonna break all of these. Oh, these aren't chains anymore. Interesting. So there's chains, and then these weird. This is like pearl necklace jewelry sort of stuff going on. Completely different type of chain here. We must be trying to get that down. Okay. Well, let's do an explore. That's pretty. Oh, I think it's the floorboard squeaking. I don't think there's rats in her story. I think it's floorboards. This is so cool. Imagine having like a 5-story library in your house. Do a double jump to get I haven't unlocked double jump yet. Oh, what a strangely normal picture out of all the completely mental pictures you unlock in this game. Did I say unlock? Man, I am sick brained. Not, unlock pictures, but you know what I mean. That you get to see. What's that down there? Oh, it's a bust looking away from me. Can I go down these stairs? Neat. This is cool. Spin for me. Oh, hi. That one shifted for a second. Yeah, she's kind of losing her shit, but I think she's doing it all on her own. She don't need no Rat Queen. She's mental as it is. Hi. That one fell down on its own. Probably. So we're coming to the place where we're approaching a lot of doors, but I'm trying to like not enter any doors because I don't want to leave this beautiful place. That might be wrong of me, and we might be making this level harder. What was that? Oh, who was that? Hello? Battery's draining fast on an old phone. YouTube isn't on the new one. And I'm not logged in anywhere else because poor login memory on my part. All right, I'll see you on Twitch side. Thanks for the support you did give. Is this a door? Okay, the door's probably all locked anyway. Maybe. Oh. Like the further we get in this library, the more of her shit she's losing. Yeah. Just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Oh, you can open this door. Ooh. Ooh. The level designs in her chapter are the coolest so far. There's some cool rooms in the other people's stories.
Even the sky is shackled with chains.
Her story's so cool. Is this her like leaving the house to go do the shopping and stuff and prove that she's the woman of the house so that she doesn't get institutionalized? I think that's the narrative we're seeing here. So this is actually like her saying, I'm going to venture out and leave the house. Uh-oh. Run. I don't like seeing run on the wall.
Do you remember the saying that behind every great man stands a great woman? Your husband has the bearing of a great man. But without your help, without someone who's always there for him, who keeps the home fires, he will wither and die. You proved yourself to be a strong woman. I know you have it in you to be there for him, even now. The tragedy that hurt you hurt him too. I know you have compassion in your heart. Reach for it.
Your friend and lawyer, James Jerome Sadler. So, I don't know. This kind of sounds like maybe the husband, maybe the painter is like, hey, can you talk to my wife for me? She's getting like bitter and angry. Or it could just be he really cares, and this is his way of showing that he cares. This is a period piece after all, so this is not without its own form of compassion, I suppose. Okay. Well, that still says run, so I think when we leave, we have to run. We're going to find out. Run? Let's run. Run. Oh, the lights are all turning out. I'm running. I don't know why I'm running, but I'm running.
There is no escape.
There's nothing there. Why did it say run on the wall? How dare they? Can we go this way? We can. Or do we want to go further in? This way. Oh, just lead to the same. Hi. Oh no, do I have to burn you? Oh, we don't. I was like, well, I don't think I have enough room to burn her. But we didn't need to. Yeah, this place is big and mazy. All right. This is cool. God, they really made her levels so cool and really mental and disorienting.
I feel like it's the house that is moving around me, not me moving around the house. My head is spinning.
That's probably all the laudanum. Maybe. YouTube wasn't defaultly installed on the new phone for some odd reason. Oh, that's weird. I suppose it depends on the maker of the phone. Everybody's got a different idea of what they think the default apps should be.
There's so much of power. It shouldn't be so prominent in a 3 or maybe 2-year-old. But I remember it clearly. The realization that the piano would do what I wanted it to. The feeling of complete control. From that day, I strived for it.
Interesting. So even as a toddler, she was like, I want what the piano gives me. Whoa. She's not even able to walk forward for a second there. Head was spinning too much. That's cool. These are all like actually connected to the main room. We're not teleporting or anything. We actually are going into side rooms. So this one area of the mansion is just this huge. Just this cool. There she is again. The burned version of me. Now imagine trying to beat this room if she was actually like chasing you. It'd be impossible. I wouldn't do it. I'd just die over and over and over. Let's go back upstairs and see. We did pass a number of doors. I was like, oh, I don't want to leave this place. Now I'm thinking you don't. Each door actually leads to like a new area. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more chains. It looks like we can actually see where the chains lead to. Maybe just 3 more. Maybe one of them is actually the chain to the chest. I think I can see them. It's got to be one. Yep, it's coming right through the wall. The pearly chains. Okay. Is there a way through here? Oh, over there. Wow. God, they really learned from the previous games and from probably from players giving their input. Because I feel like this level especially of all the levels in this chapter is amazing. I'm enjoying this one more than even all the other levels in her chapter, and her chapter's been pretty good so far.
Practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're a burn victim, I don't know, you can never get to perfect again. I think that's her conceit, though. If she just works hard enough, she will find perfection once more. Oh, we came out of a different area of the library, didn't we? We did. That's fine. Okay, there's a door over there. I'm so glad the chains are like a visual for where you need to go next. Imagine just trying to remember like where you've been in this crazy room. I mean, I can. To some degree, I can kind of follow where I was and where I need to be. But the chains are a big help. Jim, hi and welcome. You will never break the chain. Is that a Fleetwood Mac reference? There it is. It's going down that way. Sounds like a Fleetwood Mac reference. I like Fleetwood Mac. Well, let me say it this way. I'm a fan of Lindsay. I'm a fan of Stevie. But whoever the other lady is, I always forget her name. I don't like her, frankly. It is a great song. It's a fantastic song. So poignant. Man, the drama that they went through for that particular album and still made music together. Insane to me.
When I had Sebastian, I thought I will be the best mother to ever walk the earth. And it almost killed me. With Margaret, I give myself more space to breathe, to be myself. I am happier for that. And the children seem to be happier too.
Huh. That almost... Yeti! Hi and welcome. How's it going, dude? We're playing spooky games this weekend. We're playing spooky games basically up until Halloween. That's the plan. That's the strategy. Interesting. So it's so weird that the mythos has her with a best friend. I feel like that would be such a leveling force in her life. Like she would be so crazy and mental and mean on her own. Like she feels trapped in her body. She has all these bad burns. She's in chronic pain. She can't play piano anymore because her hands all messed up. That she would just be really upset all the time, except that she has this best friend who's like a glimmering beacon of sunshine, ray of light in her life. Why isn't Beatrice making more of an impact? And why is she in this story if it definitely feels like she's not actually being received by the musician? The musician's just like not hearing any of this. Christine, she's really good too. You can have your opinion on Christine. I'm not in it for her. If I hear her sing, I skip those songs. If I hear her singing like in public, I just won't listen. There are some songs that other people really like by her. I just don't like those songs, and I don't like her, and I don't like her voice. Oh yeah, I'm doing the thing right now, but it saw you on, so I had to come say hi to the guy. Do your thing. And yeah, I'm really sick today. So I'm just trying to do the thing as long as I can. I think I can make it through the whole 5 hours. I'm medicated and did lots of self-care before stream. So I will survive tonight, but have a wonderful stream. If anybody wants to do some support with Yeti, please go check out his channel. I'd do a shout out to play a clip, but I don't think he has clips anymore. I think he deleted all of his clips. Ooh, black gooey paint moving along all the walls. Nice. This room in particular is like super cursed for some reason, but it's like her friend. Why is this room so dark and messed up when her friend is giving her like advice on how to parent and helping her out? Why? Whoa. We gonna make it through this room or what? Yeah, why is this room so like extra horror when the note that she reads is like a nice note? You're a legend. You got a brother. I'll have you tabbed up. Thank you. Don't forget to lurk on YouTube where we're doing watch hours. We're down to the last 200. We'll get it in no time. I'm sure of it. Oh, Rat Queen. It's almost nothing left of her now but sadness. So the rat... Wait, okay. I don't know what she said, but there was another point where we saw dialogue come up that was too fast for me to read. What if that was also a Rat Queen quote? Maybe the Rat Queen is part of her mental illness too. Okay. Okay, I can accept that. I can accept that. In which case, we have to revise. She's not losing her shit on her own. The Rat Queen's also affecting her brain too. And unfortunately, on these chapters, her dialogue is not loading. We're not hearing her audio. And the dialogue goes by way too fast. So if you're watching this on VOD, you can at least stop and pause it. Me, I gotta try to like speed read something real fast if I see it. It's kind of frustrating. Awesome, I got you on there too. You are the best. You're an absolute legend. Everybody, please go watch It's Lord Yeti on Twitch, and also check out Necrogasm. Just type the word Necrogasm in any search, and you will find his band's music. If you like death metal, you will love Necrogasm. That's just a fact. Okay, last chain, it's over that way. So I skipped that chain. Oh, someone tells me we can't walk through that way though. I skipped that door because I wasn't going through doors because I didn't want to leave the library. Now I'm like, oh, I'm backtracking. Okay, my bad. Magna, thank you so much for the on-screen celebration. How are we doing? I haven't rated it out to you in a long time. I changed schedules, so I stream at a very different time frame now and very different days now too. Ever since the little started kindergarten, it basically upended so much of our lives, including my sleep schedule. But it's good to see you. I started streaming. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe you had a different schedule too. Please care to elaborate? What's going on there? Yeah, it's just some life-changey sort of stuff, but, you know, it's... We live and we change as things change with the development of the chillins, because every time a parent feels like they know their job, then your child goes through a developmental leap or change, and then you have to learn your job anew and do something different. Been offline for like 2 months. Yeah, what happened there? Everything okay? Here's a quick shout out for all you folks on Twitch. Should definitely check out Magna. Friend of stream, great all-around guy.
What? Well, okay, hang on. Let me. All right. So, I mean, I think the humidity is also kind of making.
When was this?
I think the.
Oh, there was an echo. I know where that came from. Hang on. Clip shout out. Sorry. We have a new audio device down here where I can't like lift it and show you, but it's basically a whole mixer board, sound, smart buttons and knobs and cool stuff. It's a very elite piece of gear. We saved up for it. Everybody on the stream helped contribute, and super grateful because it solves a lot of audio routing problems. However, it has created a few new ones in the interim while we try to figure out how to pull our talons out of OBS, which has an awful audio beta routing system that just was a garbage, and use this new thing. It's called the Rodecaster Pro 2, and it is a thing of beauty, and it's an investment in the future of this brand and possible new types of content coming out later down the line. That was like 2 to 3 years ago, and I still have my pandemic experiment hair. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Your brain was misbehaving, so I made it sit and think about what it had done for a while. I like that's a nice way to paint what was going on. Well, I hope that you coming back to streaming, that the timing is right, that you don't feel forced or pressed or doing anything too fast, but the world of live streaming is better for your return and better for you to prioritize your mental health first before coming back into it. Very good stuff. I'm very low-key tonight. I'm sick. I'm super sick. I caught whatever the little has had for a while. Just got a bad barking cough and congestion and just aches and lethargy, the whole shebang. And she cuddled me so hard to make herself feel better. And I hope she feels better now, because she cuddled me sick. Cuddled me sick. All right, there's a lot of this balancing stuff going on here. Hello. Another little old school doll. Captive. This one says captive. It reminds me, I worked your guys' phrase, the littles, in on another SeaWorld ad, and that we did at work. Oh, okay, cool. To get a check if they paid me to do that. Yeah, you know, when we coin phrases, we sure expect some sort of royalty for that. Man, if I got paid for every neologism that I came up with, I wouldn't have to do this. My whole life is about creating phraseology that doesn't exist.
I don't know what you should do, but I know this. Your husband is a grown man who swore to love you, honor you, comfort you, and keep you in sickness and in health. You know the damage the flames do better than anyone. Don't sit yourself on fire to keep him warm.
Oh. Your friend forever, Beatrice Gillespie. That's interesting. Don't set yourself on fire to keep him warm. I feel like I met a few cold people in my life that I tried to do that for. In relationships, too, which is dangerous. Hey, now you're on this side. Okay. Well, it's just you and me now. Hanging chest. I think I broke all of your chains. Oh, it fell. It done fell and crashed. Are we gonna have to go? That's well, that's a big wide opening that falls through many layers of fear. many different floors of this library. So I guess our strategy now is to make our way downtown, walking fast, books passing. Chest bound. She sounds like a ride or die kind of girl. I know. This is what's weird, is this is a very tragic story about a lady who ended her own chapter, and her life story was she was a famous musician, got burned in a fire, could not articulate her fingers anymore, and so she couldn't play piano, the one thing she loved. Her husband sort of went cold on her, the other big thing she loved. And she just felt trapped in her own body and in her house. She didn't want to leave the house. She didn't want doctors to take care of her because she thought they would take her away. And so she's got all these darknesses about her, but she's got this one shining beacon of a friend. And I'm kind of confused how you can have a friend that's so beautifully positive and still be this emo about everything. She was an avid chain collector. Yeah. Yeah. That's, we've been joking and calling layers of fear layers of metaphor, and the chains are absolutely her metaphor. Oh, we're going to ads. I'll make some progress toward our destination down there if I can. I wonder what the right path is. Should go this way. This is very labyrinthine. We're on the second floor now. Just trying to find a way down. Oh, the chest is right there. Oh, it didn't fall all the way down. Okay, we'll hang up. We'll hang tight for a hot second. This is probably like really toxic of me to do to myself after I mentioned that I prioritize my self-care today. For the last day and a half or so, I've been doing very careful breathing exercises, which makes me very tense, and I clench my jaw and I put immense amount of stress on my muscles. I get really tense doing this kind of breathing. But if I breathe in just such a way, I do not cough. And the reason I don't want to cough is because my lymph and everything inside of my throat feels so inflamed and so in pain that coughing hurts, even though I know I need to. But if I breathe in such a way, the tickle doesn't hit that hard and I can ignore the cough feeling. Every once in a while I breathe wrong and the cough comes, and then I just need like a little cough to reset it. I don't know if that's good or not, but I don't want to hurt my throat. So I'm suppressing my cough with cautious, like aware breathing. Yeah, I don't know if that's bad or not, but that's what I'm doing. And so it's making me very tense, and I don't like breathing this way, but I also don't like coughing when my throat hurts as bad as it does. Frankly, I could go for some layers of dip. Yeah, there's a sequel to this set south of the border, and it's called 7 Layers of Fear. 7-layer dip. Anybody? Okay, so anyway, the chains are supposed to symbolize how she feels about being trapped in her body and being trapped in the house. What's in the chest? Why are we doing this? Why all the mini games to get to this? What is in here?
Can I I have to. I have to get it back. I have to learn to write again.
Okay, once she started writing again, she started writing notes to herself, notes to her husband, and writing in her diary. So I get how this was a very important thing for her. Now, she's holding it with her left hand. I'm noticing she's picking up a lot of stuff with her left hand. How much you want to bet she's right-handed, and that's why she writes so horribly, is because she's grabbing stuff with her left hand? Maybe? What's in the chest? Oh, Layers of Fear 2, which is in this game. This game is a remake of 1 and 2, and then new content. This is part of the new content, is the musician story. But in the Layers of Fear 2 segment, they do homage to a bunch of older movies, and they do this whole thing on 7. So you do actually open up a box and find a head in there. Oh, it's just a pen, not a head. Maybe she has no right hand. Her right hand's horribly burned. We've seen it. We've seen it. Okay. We have the pen. Oh, we can't go back that way. It is now chained. Okay. We will go to the writing desk where she will try to write with her left hand. Oh, what should I write? We have a path to choose, the left path or the right path. Either we write a horribly distorted piece of paper or a clean piece of paper with flowers. I guess she could write vitriol, because we've seen some letters that she's written to her husband. They've been kind of rude. Like when he rebuffs her advances, she's like, fine, I'm going to rebuff your profession then. Or she could try to start writing sweet things. I think we're going to go the sweet route. I saw 7 for the first time way too young. Nah, it's probably fine seeing the way all those people were tortured and killed in majestic widescreen fashion. All right, we'll go this path. Oh, we've unlocked a violin for some reason.
The surge of power. It shouldn't be so prominent in a 3 or maybe 2-year-old. But I remember...
Okay, these are some of the notes.
I don't know what you should do. When I had Sebastian,
Okay, so we got the friends notes by going this route. That feels good. That feels good to me. Wait. I thought that was the path we were choosing. Do we have to choose the other side too? I don't wanna. I thought we were only gonna write good stuff. I guess we have to write the bad too. Well, there's our scale that shows us what we've chosen so far. Can we not just leave? I don't want to write the dark side too. I guess we write the dark side too. 14 to 16-ish? Yeah. You know, I watched a lot of dark movies when I was little though too. And look at me now. Actually, look at me now. I'm pretty twisted, really dark sense of humor. Horror movies, especially gore, hardly faze me. Oz and I are just like twisted degenerates. Yeah, it probably really affected me to watch all those movies. Oh my. Oh, we write them and then we get to choose the paper, or we put these down.
Makes perfect.
These are the negative
Do you remember the
notes.
saying that
You have a responsibility.
Yeah, these are the negative notes. So there's a noose on this side, a violin on that side. There is still a choice. Okay. We just couldn't actually pick up the piece of paper. Well, I think we want to go the nice side. We will do as much as we can to move that scale to the nice side of things. Seems like the right side always seems to be the nice side too. I don't know if that's going to be true. And then we will look up the other ending so we can see both endings. I'm not going to play through the whole thing over again right after we just did, because that's a lot. But I was so sensitive. I just really wanted to watch Care Bears as a kid. Aw. When I was little, I was pretty sensitive. I watched a lot of very cutesy sort of stuff. I wasn't into like G.I. Joe or anything. Watched a lot of very cutesy cartoons. To me, it didn't matter if it was like marketed for boys or girls or whatever. I just watched whatever was cute. And then I had a phase shift at some point, and I started watching like a lot more action and horror and creepy things, and was into monsters and all that kind of stuff. Some weird shifted in me. Don't know why. Don't know what it was.
I need to learn myself again.
Wait. Go over there to the right. What are you doing? I chose the... Okay, she's just grabbing ink. I was like, it looked like she started to go for the messed up piece of paper. Okay, thank you. I'm like, I clicked right, didn't I? Okay, so she writes this bad because she's using the bad hand. Why don't you just learn how to write left-handed? I do it all the time. Okay, well, that cleared the way. I'm joking, by the way. I'm left-handed. Okay, so the scales didn't move. It's kind of interesting. I keep picking what I think is one direction, one side, but we're not shifting those scales. Okay, we're back in this room again. We probably have broken through the chains now, though. I think my little might be left-handed. We super thought that our tiny has always been definitively right-handed, but we super thought the little was going to be left-handed. And then she shifted her behavior from like two years old to 3. She shifted, or maybe from like 1 to 2. I can't remember. But she was grabbing stuff with her left hand all the time and was left dominant with almost everything she did. And then she just stopped. Teresa's jealous that her cat likes me more. Tough. She's just gonna have to grind faction. She's gonna have to turn in a lot of quests, do her dailies, you know? And in time, maybe that cat will learn to love her. But for now, she's got to deal with the fact that she's got to grind. Okay. Broke another chain. Yes, lots of reputation. Some factions like you right out of the gate. Some you got to work on. I actually love that about MMOs. For all the things that people grind for, Oz is like a mount and minion hoarder. She loves having like things to ride and things to follow her and stuff like that. She loves all the collectible stuff. But me, I like earning faction, especially in games where you can earn faction with hostile groups. So if you start out and suddenly one area that used to be off limits is now on limits, and you can shop with them and like get special quests, and like they're now your friends.
It's like I'm always bound.
Ooh, we just unlocked the daughter's room. Nice. So she gets her own daughter, chapter 2. That's really cool. I love that, actually. Ambidexterity is so 2022. Now it's all about calligraphy with your toes. One of my feet is really agile and could probably write. My other foot is derpy as all get out, and I don't know why that is. Like, I can't even articulate my toes the same way. Is that true of anybody else, or do you all have like...
Finally safe.
Welcome back. Cade 1, nausea 0. Good job. I'm proud. I don't know that I should be, but that was my initial reaction of what to say. My sick brain. She's been doing her dailies like feeding, cleaning poop, getting her toys, and still the cat only comes to me for love. There's got to be something else. Toys is good. I think, what about brushing? Does this cat like to be brushed? That's a big thing. That's a big bonding experience. I'm with Oz. I like collecting mounts. Okay. Mounts are okay. I like certain mounts, and I'll even pay for certain glamours, like mounts that you can only get through paid stores. I do appreciate it, but I don't go out of my way to just do mount grinding in my spare time. Maybe because I just don't have a lot of spare time these days. Maybe if I went full-time streamer, I would do more grinding for stuff. I don't know if that's good content, but I might do it. Yeah. I wish Enshrouded had better factions. Seriously. It's just a feat in that game. Yeah, yeah. I want them to have factions. Maybe down the line they will, where you can actually do faction grinding for people. I'm just waiting for Enshrouded's next big content update, because I know right now we haven't done that in a long time. I still maintain our Megalopolis server, and there's still an interest there. We just you know, we did all the content. We did all the content more than once, and it doesn't have like high replay value. You know, we never got finished with the Megalopolis. We all went and started doing our own things. Nico got busy with Dawn Trail expansion. Oz has been doing other games that she's wanted to do for a long time. And yeah, just everybody's been busy with their own thing. Yeah. Soft-spoken, dogs and cats alike have preferred me over their owners. I should have said that. Did I say that soft-spoken enough? I just realized that was direction to me as to how to say that. Interesting. Interesting. I'm goofy-footed when skateboarding, but can do regular or goofy when snowboarding. That's weird. I think I favor my right foot. When people's animals end up being super cozy with me right off, it's usually blamed on my soothing energy. How dare you? How dare you be that soothing? Bring in the clowns. I don't think this is going to be a clown chapter. I think with the daughter, it's always been about dolls. But that might be different this time. Oh, there's no special note in here this time. Okay. I thought maybe. Although it might be different. You know, we already explored dolls as a mechanic very much in the Painter's story. So I don't know that it's going to be clowns, but I don't know what I doubt it. I don't know what it will be. Chains, apparently. More chains. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's just chains.
All I wanted was for her to be happy and free.
But look who you married. You married somebody that really doesn't believe in free children. Oh, it's the little kitty. The kitty. I love this cat. I love this cat. In the first iteration of Inheritance, the DLC, not in this remake, that cat was very much more protective. It had a role in this game too. You got to hear very hard conversations between the husband and wife, her accusing him of drinking too much and him accusing, whoa, okay, not gonna touch that little guy. Oh, it got real dark in here. Okay. Yeah, had hard conversations in front of the kitty, but in the original Inheritance DLC, this kitty, you have to stand by it and it emits a light while it's doing its music, and it saves you from from being basically killed by the shadows. If you stray out of the light, you die. So you have to hug this kitty to be safe. And I think we all had something like that when we were little, or maybe it's just me and other traumatic childhood kids. Did any of you else have traumatic childhood fetter object that kept you safe as long as you had that object around you? All you normative people are like, what are you talking about? No, if you're normative and you're watching this channel, I don't know how you found me, frankly. It was a bit aspect of my popularity in the rave scene too. People having a bad trip would seek me out. Oh, that's cool. You're like a spirit guide or whatever. A little exhausting, but sweet. I could see that. This exactly. Fiance's uncle's a dog person, but his neighbor has a dog that isn't a fan of him. Uh-oh. Probably because he got in her face day one when I'm over due to the two littles being best friends. And the fact I spoke soothingly and gave her space. She'll sit on my lap and even let me pick her up. That's sweet. See, animals know. Animals know who they're safe around. So all you have to do is put that best foot forward and they'll remember. They'll do it. I had quite a few stuffed animals like that, low key. Still do when I need it. Honestly, there's still some things that I do for safety, and some of you know why. It's not Oz. Spoiler alert.
Honey, wait for me.
Huh? What is this? Is this a story about the child? Is she running off without the mama? What's this?
There's always a way to connect with the things we love. And this way is acceptance.
So I wonder how this chapter is going to play out. I hear little kid laughing. Hi, Dolly. It is going to be more Dolly stuff. Oh, the kitty! The kitty's wheel. Fix the kitty's wheel. Are we chasing that doll? Kitty. That's not it. That's the wheel that keeps falling off. Her husband, the painter, took it in his storyline, which is rude. Just the wheel. Can we open this? No. Didn't think so. Okay, so we're chasing this dolly.
There was one reason for her to be strong.
Yeah.
Little daughter. But it was all wrong.
Huh? Oh, for hers and me? The musician needed to be strong. Hi. She keeps waving and then running off. Hello.
Wait for mommy.
Okay, so it's not dolly based really. I recognize some of these hallways. Some of these rooms are reused from Painter's story.
She likes to dance, my free bird, blissfully ignorant of the prison this world is.
You're awfully dark about all this. Hi. Sorry, I don't react to jump scares very well.
When in darkness,
Just not that streamer.
try to remember that you have a daughter. You brought her into this world, and she needs you. Be strong for her, if not for yourself.
Your fan forever, Beatrice Gillespie. Why did they not read that part? Maybe the name wasn't decided at the stage of the voice actors coming in. Okay, we came from there. What about over here?
They tried to play, but it was insane.
The mud.
Caress a child with hands bound with chain.
Oh, we can go this way. Uh-oh. Hang on. The daughter went over this way, though. Oh, this way's a dead end. Okay, cool.
Come on, sweetie. You know mommy can't go down there with you.
Wait, where can't we go down? And why? These are all... I thought this... Maybe it's not the same sort of hallway exactly. I was looking for cabinets to open up. If it was synonymous, well, I guess these would be the cabinets then. I just got turned around. It is the same sort of hallway. We just came through a different door than I expected. Usually when you're playing as the painter and you come into this room, you come in through that door, not through that door like we just did. I didn't have an object like a stuffed animal. Mine were accessories. Oh, okay. One I wear a lot on days where I need comfort or confidence is my Orin from Neverending Story. Nice. I used to find myself grabbing it through my shirt. I definitely had some wearables too growing up. Stuff that I'd kind of keep as talismans like all times on me. Huh? What am I looking at over there? Oh, just wigged out furniture. Nice. They found some other weird old art that I don't remember having seen. What's going on there, man? This house is falling apart more and more the longer we stay. I hear more giggling.
You can't remember.
What was that? The mom? Or the painter, I should say. Not the painter. Whoops. I mean the musician. Was that me that ducked through that door? Yeah, I think it's my Finnish superpower that I don't react to too many jump scares. If I do, it was a good jump scare. It was a really good one then. I put one specific necklace on every day. The necklaces have changed through the years, but this one I have now, I've had for about 2 to 3-ish years. Nice. And my fingers feel wrong without my rings. Yeah, I used to wear a necklace every day for like a decade or more. The same necklace. What was on it, like pendants that I would put on it, changed over the years. But basically almost a full decade. I also, I don't want to say the next part. God, you guys got me talking about lore. You all have to fill up the YouTube watch hours thing before I talk too much more about myself. I need to keep the personal stories about myself to a minimum because those will all come to light in the lore stream. 5 hours of the more interesting parts of my life that I don't talk about on stream, all in one story, all when the YouTube watch hours bar fills to capacity. Which I don't think I updated actually before the stream started, so it is closer than that bar says, but it's still not completely full. That was my fault. I did not update it. I apologize. Say this right now. Pause and say it is a little bit more full than that, but I forgot to do it. I have to manually update it. I wear a leather jacket every day. I know this. The one I had as a kid finally broke when I moved to California, but my best friend out there won the jeweler's wax for the one I made for the show in an auction and had one made for me. Still wear that one off and on to this day. Nice. I had one I wore from high school through college. I miss that jacket so much. I always wanted like an iconic jacket. I never had one. Oh, this is a cool stairway room. Where's this room? Hi. Oh, it's like the bad version of me is chasing the doll. The doll's running away. Do you think the doll's running away in fun? Or is she running away because she doesn't like this version of me? Oh, I guess fuck those stairs in particular. Can we still climb them? We cannot. And now we hear crying. So yeah, I think the musician, she's freaking out her daughter by chasing her around. Oh, it's this room. It's cool. They are really using a lot of the same rooms, which makes me think that the places I saw in the painter story really are canon to their house. But then you got to wonder if when you're sane and you're walking through the house, it's very small. I mean, it's still a mansion. It's bigger than like a lot of people's houses, but it's pretty small. It doesn't have all these other rooms. So where do all these other rooms fit in? How do you get to them, I guess, is what I mean to say. How do you get to all these other rooms in the sane part of the house?
She named it Mr. Quiet. Mr. Quiet is her favorite toy. He never screams, she told me. He never makes a sound.
That sucks. That's because the husband gets so mad. Something to think about. Collect 11 items. We just got the achievement. Why 11 items specifically? Yeah, but we've been in this room before and it didn't look like this, obviously. Obviously not all the chains, but it's interesting. They're using many of the same rooms. So we do have some familiarity. I wish things weren't quite so dark. It looked like that was maybe the bad version of me on the floor reaching out for the doll, but I didn't actually get a good look. It was too dark, too hard to see. There's my wheelchair. Can't go through that door. I loved this about, I've said it before in stream, but I loved this about Still Wakes the Deep. When you need to see something, the game turns you to look at the action. This game does not, and so I've missed things already. Okay, why is she crying, and why are there so many doll heads? And why is Kitty out of reach? Kitty should not be out of reach. What's wrong, baby? don't reach out to her with that hand. What's going on? Uh-oh. Some paranormal shit. Being chained to her wheelchair. So can't reach the crying kid. Another memory? Another hard conversation? With the kid this time? I like how the kid is always just a doll in her memory. What you gonna tell this baby doll? Live through the second conversation. That was, there weren't very many words in that conversation. I guess you can talk just with a touch. I suppose that's true. So I kind of hoped that the model that they made for her would slowly get worse and worse over time, and we'd start to see the burns and stuff, but I don't feel like they spend a lot of time on her. It's remarkable to me that they put mirrors in the game, rendered the characters, and then didn't do almost anything at all with them. They're very rudimentary. The game has so much depth and nuance to the world build, and they did so little with the people. Why? Makes you wonder. What's the story behind that? Yeah, we've already read that one. That's why that's not playing the audio.
Things are going better now. Truly is a miracle child. Quiet, well-behaved. Does everything I ask her to do. Little obedient prisoner of this place. Just like me.
Damn. That's got to be to her Gillespie friend. It's pretty dark. Feels like they didn't want to be lazy and not add reflections, but also didn't want you to dwell on them too much because they aren't great. Well, so in the first two games, they do have mirrors, but they're all like scuffed and with I don't know, wear in some way that you can kind of see somebody moving, but you can't really make out any detail at all. They did that already. They made that choice, and they stuck with it for both of the first games. I don't know that the DLC had any mirrors, but at least Layers of Fear 1 and 2. And here, they just decided to render. Now, here's the weird part. They rendered the painter, they rendered the actor, and then they didn't do it with... No, I'm sorry, the painter and the musician just now, but they didn't do it with the actor. So with the actor, all the mirrors are still scuffed. Now, if you know the ending to that, you kind of understand why, but it's still like, it's some confusing choices that they made. I'm somewhat alive in chat still. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're still alive in real life, like you're taking good care of yourself, doing what you need to do to have a good stream with me, to have a good night in general, or time zone. No dying, and also no dying in real life.
You made a vow, after all, to be together in health and sickness. Your husband also needs a refuge, someone to rely on. Please keep going.
Your friend forever, Beatrice Gillespie. I don't know about that one. Like, yes, but you should always put your own oxygen mask first. Don't try to be that resource for your partner until you figured out your own stuff. Otherwise, you'll be a bad resource if you don't figure it out. Figure out how to be a full person. Go get ice cream too? Oh, that sounds really good right now. I know that it would inflame my throat so bad. It would be cool and soothing initially, and then awful. Look at that. The chains around the piano have lifted. Was that the final chapter for us? I don't know how long this this story is supposed to be. We still can't get in there. Although the chains are lifting from this too. I did not expect that. Does anybody remember what's in that door? It's from Inheritance, the daughter's story. We can get to the piano now. Except you get sorbet. Doesn't sorbet still also have sugar? Wouldn't that still be inflammatory?
I need to do more. If they see me playing a sonata, they won't lock me up.
She's definitely got this fears. She has a few fears. She's getting sort of rebuffed by her husband, who can't see past her disfigurement now. And her daughter sees her as disfigured too a little bit. She feels like she can't be outside in public because she gets stared at. She doesn't want doctors in the house though, because she's afraid they'll lock her up. She's feeling claustrophobic. She's feeling phobic about all the different medical treatments. She just wants to take laudanum. She's got a lot going on. And I guess now she's trying to learn how to play again to full capacity so that she will keep free. Natural sugar, since made from fruit instead of dairy. I know staying away from dairy when you're sick is a smart thing to do. Oh, such delicious despair, you can feel it, can't you? That time I read it in time. So the Rat Queen is very much part of her story too. They just... Why don't they have the voiceover? This game was released a year ago. Like, finish the voiceover. Go get the Rat Queen. Get her to do the rest of these parts. This game feels unfinished for being a year old. Like, why release it? I know it was delayed for like a year, but why release it when you're still not done? And do they have any intent on getting the voice acting finished or what? Hire me, I'll finish the rest of the lines. You hear my dulcet tones. I'll be your Rat Queen. Nah, I probably won't. So sorbet has no like sugarcane sugar. That might be a good choice. Trace is in this game. Is she the Rat Queen? Okay. So we've unlocked this whole side of the house. Let's just go through and see if there's anything new in any of the normal rooms. Did anything spawn? Looks like there's a note there that wasn't there before.
As far as beauty goes, this painting is the antithesis of it.
She's being mean again.
A slap in the face of aesthetic. Does the man who painted it even understand what beauty is? Or did whining about the ugliness of his surroundings strip him of the ability to perceive and create art? In the prison of his own mind, beauty ceased to exist.
I don't know if there's some part of her that thinks that this is supposed to be like tough love.
What happened to them is, of course, tragic. But it was also something that happened to you. As your relationship changes, your art will change with it. You should take extra care of yourself in this difficult period.
This has got to be to the painter. Your friend and agent, Thomas Caldwell. She keeps telling me that after her out-of-country field trip, she's getting rats again. She used to have rats? Cool. Bedtime for me, going to the lake. Oh, nice. Have fun. Stay safe. Don't die. Bring me back some lake water. No, don't do that. That's gross. Have a good night, Akuma. Thanks for being here. And thanks for your lurk support on YouTube. Is this wet? How does this floor seem to be so wet in so many random areas? Even like in her story, it's not storming outside. Or maybe it is, and they just forgot the sound of the storm. Because the way the trees wiggle, it kind of looks like it's storming out there. She's had many rats. Nice. I think that they would do the studio next. There is a new note this time over here.
What is left of it now? Of our love, so pure, so ideal, when all I am is blood and pus. A pile of screaming flesh locked in a prison that is this house. No wonder you run towards your canvas. No wonder you love your art more than me.
She makes a valid point. You know, how does he feel about this? Does he have the mental and emotional tools, spoiler alert, probably not, to manage her after the accident? Oh, there's notes all over.
Everything in my life is tainted now, soaked in ever-moving shadows that flames cast on me. They surround the cell I'm locked in, and there seems to be no escape. Yesterday, I played with our daughter for a while. She was a bit shy at first, but then she loosened a bit. Started to laugh and dance. I felt the happiness coming. It was just at the door. And then, like a guard in a prison, feeling that I might just catch a glimpse of freedom, the pain came. I saw the fear in her eyes. In her mind, I must be a maimed monster, haunting her worst nightmares.
That's sad. It's a very dark and tragic family. And mostly just because she had an accident. But for some families, that could be enough. Are we unlocking the kitchen? I didn't expect to have to go, or not have to, go to the kitchen. Any notes in here? Nope. I have a feeling if we go to the basement, we also won't find anything in there, but... Oh,
I hope she picks up music again. It would be such a loss for the world if she didn't. I pray she still has it in her.
Your friend and agent, Thomas Caldwell. I just won't read that last part. So, it's kind of crazy making, but it does seem after every single chapter, if you go and look in all the other rooms, there's a chance that you will find a new note. So, doesn't hurt us. Oh, the statue's gone now. Oh, there is one.
Today, I walked by the piano and remembered a meeting we hosted for our friends, I think a year into our marriage. We all had a little too much wine, and I started playing Carreño. I was completely lost in music, traveling with sound through the strange, beautiful soulscapes, completely free. When I finished, nobody made a sound for a good while, afraid to break the spell. Could the magician I was then turn into the monster I am now?
Interesting. Dark correspondence collect 32 notes. So we had an achievement for collecting 11 inanimate objects. Now we have an achievement for collecting 32 notes. That's weird. I hope that means that we've collected everything. All the inanimate objects, all the notes. Okay, she cannot leave the front door. She can't even go into the foyer. Oh, wait. The foyer is opening on its own. If we just bump the door funny, we can go in here. We're going to get trapped in here. I feel like I just glitched the door open. What about this door? Oh, this door doesn't even have an interactive to it. Gotcha. Okay, no leaving the creepy haunted mansion, I guess. Well, we know we're going to unlock that room last. Oh, there's another note just out here.
I'm sure that when she gets better, both your art and hers will reach new heights. It's just a matter of time and of her wanting to heal.
Oh, Your friend and lawyer, James Jerome Sadler. So it's whether or not I want to heal that makes this happen. We'll see about that. Oh yeah, this room's pretty fucked too. Why is the table squished aside like that? Oh, that door opened on its own. Well, it's a good thing she doesn't have to do the cooking. They have like servants and... Oh, did the door just close on its own? Now that door's opening on its own. Okay, we can still get in here. Where did the one door close and the other door open when we could still get into this room? Hi.
Yes, I hit it. Can't you see what's happening to you?
Yeah, she's hiding the corkscrew from him so he can't drink wine anymore. But he has all these other bottles of other liquor. He's got things that don't have corks in them. Maybe this door just opened.
The rotten heart of our house.
The kitchen? All right. Back in this. So one last chain to break. Maybe two. Because we have that one. We also have the maybe the studio will open up next. There's also the inheritance room.
There was a time when I couldn't spend a day without crying. But now, I don't even want to do that. It's like my emotions are locked in their own cage, and I can't even be bothered to look for the key.
I've felt that way before. You cry yourself out. Cry so much you're just done. Damn. This mansion's getting worse and worse. More and more cursed. What will this chapter be about? We got here from the kitchen. What's you?
Playing with our daughter is usually a joyous occasion, one of few left in my life. Today, though, I had to ask her to leave almost mid-sentence. It's all these questions. How do you feel, Mommy? What do you think, Mommy? Mommy, why are you sad? What is your name, Mommy? I don't know, darling. I don't know. I don't know anything but the fact that my chains grow heavier every day.
I would not want to be a parent and have to go through chronic pain like this at the same time. I would feel awful. Even just, doing anything in chronic pain, having to go clock in at a job or having to leave the house, just even doing your basic chores. Which part of me do I want to destroy? Oh, we've got 3 scales now. I don't like this at all. What on earth is this supposed to be? Oh no, I get to burn something? What do I want to destroy?
Will you stop kissing everything?
Well. Streamer of Oz, welcome. Raiders, welcome Goblin Army. Hello, everybody. We're playing the Layers of Fear 2023 release. We're not playing remake content anymore. We finished Layers of Fear 1 and 2 in this remake, or in the remade versions in the game. But Layers of Fear 2023 is so much more. This is brand new content. We're playing as a musician who is trying to come to terms with having been burned all over her body, and she cannot articulate her fingers to play piano or violin anymore. She's become disabused. Her husband and daughter are both leaving her with her chronic pain, and she's becoming more and more brutal to herself and to everyone around her. And these chains.
What's wrong, Doug?
Thank you, Oz.
I'm right as the mail.
These chains are representative of her feeling trapped in her house and even in her own body. In other words, spooky game for spooky season. Oz, how was your stream? What were we streaming tonight? do a shout out for the best goblin on all of Twitch.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Played some Prey again. Nice, nice, nice. Can't hear the clip. Do you all hear it or nah?
But if the soup gets on their dick, all it does is add hot dick cheese. Ooh, ooh.
Oh,
You would know.
that is not a card. But we're not bringing up dick cheese. Bring the next one.
Did that double? Double sound is back? Okay. I think I see how to fix it. Yeah. Hopefully next clip that we play, that'll be fixed. But yeah, that was awful. It's either an echo or it's super quiet. Okay, yeah, I think I fixed it. Weehaw! You're here late. Hi and welcome. 12 inches would be nice. Okay, so our choice is destroying some part of her. So far the scales have been pretty equal, so we need to find a way to tip them.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Was that doubled too before? Because that plays from a different. That's not fixed. Oh, that's something else then. Hang on. What is your? Where is that one? I thought I had all of these turned on so I could see them even when they were playing, but that's a different channel. It was double both times. Let me see if the clip is doubled again, because I just changed something here.
You know, I like me some dick, but I'm not sure if I like it enough to go down on some manky pineapple wallet condom covered dick though.
How is that one? The Oz one, I'm not sure how to fix. That was fine. Okay, cool. I'm not sure you have access to the throw command. Is that one doubled? Because I just turned off the doubling, I think. Sometimes VIPs do. Yeah, I don't know how to turn that on for VIPs. Weos says it's fixed. Cool. You can hear it after? What? So Oz, with yours and with Nico's and maybe Akumu's, I think I can fix it, but I have to catch it when it's playing, or I need to do something else to the sound mixer so I can see your files, because they pop up in the mixer only when they're playing and then they disappear. I might need to change some sort of a setting there. Isn't the fact that I'm here enough for you, Dame? It's almost enough for me. What I would really need is to be not sick, but it turns out the little got me sick and I am very sick, but I did a bunch of self-care and Oz did me a bunch of self-care before I started stream. So I'm hoping I can make it through the full 5 hours and do the thing. But yeah, low-key, low energy, just trying to marathon my way through tonight and get some sleep and see how I do. Yeah. It's like I'm hearing a delay in someone's headphones. That's weird. That's super weird. I'm going to hit the hay. Oz, have a good night. Thank you for trusting me with your community, as ill-chosen of a strategic move that is. I now have access to every goblin that was just in your stream, and that's dangerous. But have a good night. Fun fact, I'm probably getting a second round of pneumonia. Is that what you had? Pneumonia? Dang. Apparently I'm an idiot who didn't finish his medicine. Always finish your medicine. Whatever the regimen is, whatever they tell you got to do, even if you're just having snake oil, you got to finish your snake oil. You gotta see it through. The doctors say you take this many doses or for this long, you got to do it. Because that little bit that you leave behind can become harder to treat, right? What the hell are these pictures? Some of these paintings are new. Walking pneumonia is an asshole. Don't get it. I will sure try. I will sure try. Also, having what I did for lunch and dinner is a regret. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Because of all the peppers in the Fra Diablo, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think we want to destroy the baby. The baby doll is like... Well, the painting says destroy the baby. I don't think we're going to do that. I think what we want to do is destroy the gun. Why is there a gun and a baby? Which one do you think I would destroy? Destroy the gun. Don't destroy the baby. She's a mom. This seems like an obvious choice. What do you mean, which one do I want to destroy? It's spicy, so spice. Oh no. I'm sorry. But I'll probably order it next time we go there. Probably going to get some sleep. Thanks for popping in. I've been sleeping for 2 weeks no matter how much I sleep. Well, yeah, you've been fighting. Your body's fighting the whole time. Nighty night. If you can keep YouTube open while you sleep, please do. If not, I'll catch you in the next one. I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully you'll feel better. More well rested. All right. Let's destroy the gun. I don't know why we would leave the gun alone. Somebody. Yeah, it was so good. Why would we destroy the baby? Okay, more flowers came. We feel like we did the right thing. Baby doll's there. Baby doll's there and happy. None of these scales changed. What do you do to tip the scales? They change in the other people's chapters. But not in hers. I just remembered there's laundry in the wash. Oh. Hey, baby doll. You probably wouldn't be here if I hadn't saved you. I'm a big damn hero. I'm actually making good choices. Just gonna chill there. Okay. Well, sometimes the musician's making some good choices, but we know how this ends, so probably not going to see a happy ending here. We can leave and just walk out into the outside, but this door opens too. And it goes off to the side there. Well, hang on real quick. Hang on, other part of the house. Can I actually walk out?
I feel that my soul has gone sick, and that's why I'm writing to you. It's like all my energy has gone away. It's hard to even get out of bed. Not because of the pain. I don't mind the pain as much as I used to. I just can't see the point of getting up, eating, talking to anyone, living this life in the prison my body has become.
Mm-hmm. And she's writing to a doctor too. She said no doctors earlier. She didn't want doctors. She didn't want anybody coming in and possibly taking her and institutionalizing her. Oh, she won't actually leave. Damn it. I was like, look, it's outside. You just walk up these steps. She won't do it. Okay, never mind. Well, I'm glad we walked over there. I would have missed the note. Will that door open on its own? I found out that this game was heavily inspired by PT, the first game. After that, I think it started to grow sort of on its own. But that makes me happy because we also played on stream the other game that was heavily inspired by PT, which was Visage. And that one actually had its own PT corridor, like the actual L-shaped hallway in it. from PT. It was attached to a bigger house. But I'm sad. I never owned the system or systems that PT was released on, and then they removed it from everything, and they continue to remove fan-made versions of the game. It just sucks. I would have loved to have the original experience of playing PT. Even now that I know about it, I still would love to play it if it were ever made possible to play. Okay, another choice between what part of me do I want to destroy? Do I want to destroy a noose or my husband's paintings? Why even have these choices? The noose, I suppose. I know what she does in the end. Well, it's not a noose. But do we really want to be vindictive and go after her family? No, not this playthrough. Not this playthrough. More flowers. We get more pretty flowers, more vines. Happy husband with somebody in the background, it looks like. Is that like a maid or a ghost, or is that me? Imagine if that's me back there, looking like an absolute terror. Okay, I did the thing. I'm choosing right? I'm choosing the good ending, maybe. No noose is good news. What's up, Faint Heart? You have a nice name for spooky games. This game is fine for the faint of heart, I think. That's a cool painting. They've really added some other cool new paintings to her chapter. Do you know anything about Layers of Fear? The remake? I shouldn't say remake. The 2023 version is how I should call it. Look at that chain. The chain's getting bigger. We got all the chains happening. We had small chains. We had medium gauge chains. Now we got big old chains. There is no other way. I don't like this room. I don't like rooms with the balcony up there that you can look down on where you can't see the second floor very well from down here. I remember this room from, oh, maybe it's different. Maybe it's a brand new area. Oh, going into ads, I'll pause. Man, yeah, the breathing, me having to breathe in such a way, if I breathe too deep or I sigh or something, it's it'll make me cough. So I'm really holding my breath in a certain way. I'm breathing a certain way so that the coughs don't come. And it's just exhausting. It's so, my whole body is tense, but especially around my jaw. For some reason, I hold a lot of tension in my jaw. And I'm doing that right now while I'm trying not to cough because the coughing hurts. Likos, hi and welcome. New phone, who dis? Are you lurking on YouTube as well? Because I'd love it if you would. I don't know if it's a cold. Oz says that the little got croup. And I don't know if I see those symptoms all there. I think she just got a bad viral thing and then cuddled me to make herself feel better. And not just once. There were lots of cuddles this past week. And right as rain, sure enough, I caught it. Whatever she had, I definitely got it. Nope, not on here. Never on here. Okay. I see where you stand. You don't love me. You don't love YouTube version of me.
The symptoms you're describing aren't uncommon, especially among women and artists. Being that you are both, you are naturally more prone to hysteria and melancholy.
Oh, of course.
I'd suggest avoiding extreme emotions and spending time in peaceful surroundings.
Okay.
In fact, we have a center for troubled women here and just over the sea.
Mm-hmm. Sincerely, Robert Richards, MD. Yep. Back in this era, they would just call this hysteria. It's just a medical term for wandering uterus. And of course, women were prone to melancholy. It had nothing to do with them having abusive husbands, right? Or alcoholics. Or just bad quality of life and living. God dang, that sucks. It definitely sucks. I wasn't going to not cuddle her though, you know? It's like, do I want to be the parent where I go, oh no, gross, you're sick. No, when kids are sick, when anybody is sick, you keep away from them. You stay away. I want you to lie down in your bed and hug a stuffed animal. And then when you're done, we'll sanitize that stuffed animal. I'm not going to be that parent. I was going to take one for the team. I'm just going to cuddle, roll the dice. And you know, for days and days and days, I rolled that die and it was fine. I was fine. I was like, this is fine. But I also did this extra job thing, as some of you know. I've talked about it on stream. And the amount of hours that I put in, the amount of work that I put in this last month now, over a month, it's been a month and 2 days, has been insane. And I think the lack of sleep, the extra work, and then the cuddles, it was a recipe for disaster, for sure. Twitch is where it's at, if you say so. I got emotes over here. You don't have emotes on YouTube? You don't have... Wait a second. Do you not have like this on YouTube? Because I do. Or is it just because you don't have a membership yet? Oh, it's because you're not a member. Sorry. Didn't mean to be that way. But now I just finished up my 2-week vacation. Nice. What'd you do? Anything fun? Or was it just a staycation? Got home an hour ago. An hour ago and you're already hanging out with me on stream? Cool. Hopefully you're well rested. Lie down and contemplate your mistakes that brought you here. Yes. Humans only get sick if they sin, daughter. So obviously you've been sinning lately, and I want you to think about everything bad that you've done. That's why you're suffering right now. Nope, got to pay $5 to YouTube for that to happen. I mean, if it's an ideological thing, I understand. If it's a monetary thing between Twitch and YouTube, I actually don't know how the pay scale goes. I know how much Twitch takes out of a sub, which they're not going to be $5 anymore pretty soon. They're going up in price, right? But on YouTube, I'm keeping it on $5 because I get to set the price and nobody else gets to tell me what to do, which I love. So YouTube subs, I set for $5. I'm not raising the price at all. But I wonder, I don't know the split that YouTube gives. I know what they say on paper, but then people have said they also take out any fees. They don't cover those, you cover those. And so it's not quite the split that they say it is. But that's the same thing with Twitch. Twitch also takes out fees that they don't tell you. They say, here's our split. And then when you see the actual payout, they take out other processing fees as well. Went to Chicago, visited family. Good times. Did you see the underground? Helped my dad with an electrical project, wiring up a barn. Oh, damn. That's cool. That was interesting. Doesn't matter what YouTube gives, whatever Discord gives should be more. I think you're right. I think profit split on Discord is higher than both Twitch and YouTube. I think the only thing that might be higher is, I don't think Patreon's higher. Ko-fi. Did they take anything out, or are they just a free service? I don't know. One of these days we'll talk about that on a stream. We'll like put out all the math. We'll figure it out so people can make their own decisions based on that sort of thing. I know it's spelled with a K and not a C, but I don't know how people pronounce it. To me, it's coffee because their original branding was, I think everybody was set to $3 by default, and it's like $3 you can go out and buy yourself a coffee. I don't know that you can for $3 anymore, but their original branding, that's what it was. Also, hi, Lady Nico. Welcome on in. I'm also just broke as fuck. The fact that you're a subscriber here is much appreciated then. Can't remember if it was you or if somebody gifted it to you. Either way, thanks for being here. Ko-fi is no fee. Coffee. I'm going to call it coffee. I don't know why I keep saying it's weird to say coffee when it's spelled so I guess just straight donation. Okay, maybe I should make one of those. I didn't make one because I made one on Patreon and I was like, damn, if I keep making profiles on donation platforms, it makes me feel like I'm like begging for money all over the place, like everywhere. Like, look at how many different places you can send me money. I don't know. It doesn't feel good to me. But I guess on the other hand, if people feel one way about like a company's offerings or like the way that they manage a business, and it turns out like, oh, you know, Patreon, the way they spend their money, like they fund clubbing baby seals. Did you know that? I'd be like, oh crap. Yeah, that's why I only ever choose coffee. I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, maybe it would be beneficial to go for more different platforms just to meet people where they are. They make their money on premium subscriptions for more features for creators. Oh, okay. So they have a pay to play, but you can also do it for free. Basically for 0%. I've been lurking since you started. I appreciate your face. Are you also lurking on YouTube to give the YouTube watch hours dono goal its fulfillment? Because we're going to be doing a lore stream, 5-hour stream about me and my life once that goal is finished. Thank you for the lurk support. More selection for the person giving, that's only a good thing. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I should probably just do it and not worry about like, oh, how's it going to make me look? You all know that I don't like pander for donation. If you have it, good. If you don't, fine. That's why I'm trying to get all the partner milestones on YouTube in the first place, is actually so that people that don't come from means have a way to show appreciation or contribute to the brand as they can. This last milestone will be unlocking AdSense with YouTube, which basically means I get, you know, passive ad revenue for anything that's being watched on YouTube, which is great. Passive means you don't have to be from money to feel like you're contributing to the greater, you know, running of this household, which I would prefer. I want to democratize everybody feeling like they can be a part of this, as opposed to just the people who have the means to do so. I prefer Twitch and Patreon. Okay, cool. I need to put stuff up on my Patreon to give Patreon patrons a reason to pater. YouTube is like corporate streaming. What does that mean? Corporate streaming? YouTube is just awful for viewer chat experience perspective. Yeah, they're a little bit behind in that whole. I mean, they've added new features in the past couple of years, but I think for everything that they add, Twitch has just been on the inside track for a long time, right? Well, so this doctor is definitely showing their the time, the era that they were in, and how women receive medical treatment. But we knew this was going to be a little bit of body horror. There is no other way. What? Well, there's light this way and there's dark that way. Do I want to move toward the light? That moves up. Or do I want to move toward the dark? Because sometimes that gets you what you want in a game like this. Oh, maybe not in this room. This room is decidedly... Oh, can I still get into this room? Okay, it's a dead end. So I'm glad we came over this way. Otherwise, we would have missed it.
I can't help but thinking that what's happening to me is right on some level. I deserve to be imprisoned in this body, in this house.
Why?
After all, what can I bring to the outside world? Why should anyone love me, admire me, seek my company?
Just because you got burned doesn't mean you deserve bad things. Nothing in there. Okay, did reading that note make the room change, or was it just a dead-end room? It was just a dead-end room. Good, cool. I love how much you guys will not see those messages anymore. You'll still see the alert when I do that, but you don't see the messages nearly as much because they're catching ban evaders so much better on Twitch now. Somebody did their job really nicely. I appreciate that. Wait, let me go back in chat. It's been a minute. They're more polished, they're more stringent, and a lot more strict. YouTube, I guess with the streaming, yeah. Their VOD support's way better than Twitch, of course, but... And their discoverability. Frankly, discoverability on YouTube is far superior. I get a lot more new eyes on YouTube than I ever did on Twitch. So Twitch might be like the premier streaming experience for the viewer, but YouTube supports the streamer better if they want to make it a business. To get from small streamer to big on Twitch is likely impossible unless you leave Twitch and go do things on other platforms. They could have slam dunked and killed Twitch, but they just didn't make the chat experience good. Yeah, still think they have room to grow. They're just newer to the game, so they haven't messed with everything just yet. Their moderation's a nightmare too. That sucks. When you look at how they treat content creators. Who? YouTube? Twitch is bad, but at least you get response from Twitch support when you email them. Not always. I mean, they might answer you and just say you've been banned or you've been suspended or whatever. I know a lot of streamers that have gotten dings in their accounts or been harmed in some way as a creator, and Twitch's response is something happened or you're banned for breaking TOS, but they won't explain what or why or what happened. I don't think Twitch is terrific with support from what I've heard. YouTube doesn't respond unless it's a 10 mil plus content creator. Yeah, I know with both companies, if you have an agent that connects to the company directly, like somebody who's assigned to you, you get a lot more done. But you have to be huge for that to happen. They also don't tell you what exactly it is you're getting in trouble for either, like uploading videos. You won't know what is keeping your video from being uploaded. YouTube's getting better about that. So I've seen some strikes come up on some of my videos, and it will tell me whether the strike is stopping something or not, because sometimes a strike will come up, but it won't actually cause any negative effect. And if it does cause a negative effect, then you can appeal it immediately through those channels. And instead of YouTube fixing it, it'll send a notice to the people who are affected. So if somebody makes a claim like, hey, that's my soundbite, that could be like bullshit it is, or like I'm using it in fair use, it sends info to that person, that content creator, and they have the option to course correct it on their end. And if they don't, if they just leave you on red, it'll clear on its own. You'll win the dispute, which is cool. So if I send something to some huge creator, like they're like, oh, that's my song, that's my theme song, and you're not using it in fair use, and I say, yes, I am, and they're too busy to respond back to me, they can't block me from monetizing my videos. I will win that if they are too busy to read what I sent. Yeah. YouTube for VODs, Twitch for live. Yeah, honestly, that's probably where the strength is. Although I'll also say Twitch for audience and YouTube for the creator, for like growth, monetization, like a better experience for becoming a career person. If you're just a hobbyist, I think Twitch is probably a better place for a streamer. But for the content creator, YouTube does better for you, just as far as like building your numbers and building a business. Being told you've been banned is still better than YouTube just straight up shadow banning channels constantly. Yeah, they're not the only people to do shadow banning too. I think that's one thing that, as far as I know, Twitch is not engaged in, which is nice. Stops them from showing up even for subscribers. That's pretty cold. I don't know that I would call it support, really. I don't think any of the platforms that do streaming really support their people well. At least none of the small folk. YouTube not doing enough to handle channels that are blatantly violating rules, like the Act Man versus that TV dude. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, I've seen a number of platforms getting away with all sorts of lame bullshit. Twitch had their own problem for a while when they had that weird relaxed terms of service, and suddenly people were like streaming nude, but like strategically censored. But a lot of platforms have suffered from like rules that don't seem to apply evenly across the board to everybody. Quantum TV. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. All right. Let's see what else we find here.
We had another argument today. Asked if I was feeling all right, and I just snapped. I don't understand why I'm being treated that way. The accident was ages ago. And I left largely unscathed. I'm fine now. It's like he wants me to be locked in this house forever. He was hurt. I could see that. And as ashamed as I am to admit it, it brought me a bit of satisfaction. What have I become?
Yeah. They're both bad actors. It's just two people both being bad to each other in a relationship. I could send you the vid for the drama on that. All right. I'm a stream. What is that? Oh, nude. Do it. Do it, Likos. No, I don't think you can anymore. I'm pretty sure it's now against TOS again. The dude literally got Ackman's mom's phone number, was calling and threatening his mother, and YouTube did nothing about Quantum TV, but suspended Ackman. What the heck? That's super weird. I would publish videos about it and get in YouTube's face. I would publish my rebuttal. Get a whole bunch of people, maybe sign a petition or something. Oh wow, we got all sorts of ban evaders coming through. One sec. Oh, it's so good. They don't even appear on chat. I love that. I love that. I will clicky the link. I will watch this between tonight and tomorrow's stream and see if we want to review it tomorrow. Tonight, I'm very much in the zone because I'm loving what we're doing here with the musician's story, and I'm just in a vibe. So I'm going to keep going with this, but I do want to check that out for sure. Wait, what are we talking about? Everyone loves watching it flop around. Many people like it in their mouths. Some people don't swing that way, but in the end of the day, we all consider noodles to be a staple of many cuisines. Clever. Clever. Oh, he did. That's what got Ackman suspended. Oh, publishing a rebuttal. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take a look. We might actually play it. Play it on stream tomorrow. Can I knock this bottle over? Oh, that looks way further down than I remember. I suppose that's the point. From up here. I mean, she drinks laudanum. Are there bad side effects to laudanum? Well, that door's already open. Just a dead... Hi.
Hi.
We have a visitor.
I came and just said, well, that door's already open. And I'm like, well, so is this one.
What's going on?
So your wife is dumb and didn't turn on the dryer to load that she put in the dryer earlier. So...
You're asking if I can switch over the loads when I'm done streaming?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll make an alarm to do so. Do it for that. All right. It's in the vault. And by the vault, I mean my phone.
Hello.
It is a wild Oz.
Hello, hello.
The whole thing that... All right. Bye.
I take the bed.
Oh, okay. Little's up. Oh, you're just going to get her up. Gotcha. All right. Bye.
Bye.
The whole thing that sent it off, Ackman made fun of Quantum TV's complaining about Elden Ring being too hard and thus a dumb game. I see. They're just being petty with each other. Lame. Lame. Yeah, Oz is feeling really good, so I'm also trying not to like breathe too much in her direction because I really don't want to get her sick. It's just a little dead end room. Okay, cool. Anything to read in here? Literally nothing. Why does this room exist? I mean, it's spooky flashing light. Oh, and then it turned to not a flashing light. I still have a flashlight. Who cares? They really, oh, this place disappeared now because we walked in there. That's interesting. Can we push this over yet? It's so precipitous. I really want to push this over and make it fall. Ackman wasn't focusing on him, but Quantum has a history of doing crazy shit and band evading on YouTube. Oh, I see. I'm forgetting, didn't you do a discussion on mental health recently? I don't remember doing one on mental health specifically. We could do one, like a particular topic you'd be interested on tackling regarding mental health. Mental health itself is kind of a wide meta category. Just read a post that said their son ordered a well done steak because they thought it meant it would be prepared better. Oh, well, you live and you learn. That kid's gonna get shoe leather, and then they're gonna go like, "Oh, okay, well, that's what that means." At least it only takes one well done steak to learn. Oh, it's another little dead end room. Oh, I guess not. There's a hallway. Okay, cool. Glad Oz is doing well. Yeah, we're both trying to keep her healthy as best as we can. That's cool. Wait. Oh, I'm being chased? I hear chase music. That says nothing. We're not being chased. That's chase music though. Let me pause real quick. So if I do get chased, I don't get like chased. Not specifically, but something you were talking about tied in a little bit. Oh, was it? Might be remembering a while ago then. It's hard for me, especially when I'm sick brained, to remember what it is that we've talked about. I do have an article that I keep some of my old topics in, but I've been not curating it as well as I should so that we don't just loop on old topics. However, looping on old topics might also have its own benefit. Because we live, we learn. I get better at my job. You guys learn more stuff too. Things change, you know. So it might be better to revisit old topics here and there as well. What do they teach in schools these days? Not about how to cook a steak. You have people who think women can store sperm from other men in their bodies. True. And that you have to test all pregnancies because of this. People are stupid. Okay. Boop. We go this way. Are we going to be chased? Nothing's over there. Oh, she is. She's right over there. I can actually see her. We can walk this way. We could just burn her. Which is dumb. That's so dumb. I hate the burn mechanic. Can't go that way.
These chains are of our own making.
And the chase sequences for her are really short. Like, that's fine, because I don't like them. But it's also kind of weird. That was such a short little room. I heard the music. I looked for her. I found her. I burned her. I walked through a door, and we were done. I don't know. This has been a really cool game and a really cool remake experience for the parts that were remade. And this new content has been fantastic. I love it. Frankly, I love her story so far. But just not that. Not this weapon, this torch weapon thing. Yeah. I remember seeing some post at one point where a guy was arguing that the baby had to get a maternity test to make sure the mother is actually the mother. Aww. How cute. Nice puppy art. Why is this the first time I'm seeing carved puppy art in the mansion? First time. Oh, look at this room. There is no ceiling to this room whatsoever. What is this? She's definitely losing her shit at this point. The Rat Queen's got up in her brain. Just wide open ceiling. All right, what have we got here? There was a knife.
I wrote to the doctor declining his offer. I won't be locked up. I won't let them. I will get through this on my own. This is my head.
So she knows she's going crazy, but she thinks she can work her way through it. Yeah. I mean, his offer really was to put her in a home, which back in these days, hell no. I get why she's afraid of being locked up. Because in this era, that would basically be the end of your life would be spent in that facility then. They'd never let her out. Are we being chased in a big room now? I can see her over there. We're just gonna run right through her, to be perfectly honest. Wait, where'd she go? Oh, now you're over there. What the heck? What is even going on? I guess if I just keep moving, I'll be safe. Nope, I will not. We'll just burn. I thought we would be safe. We will not be safe. I have to keep my flashlight power. Just can't use too much of it too fast. Oh, no, she's there. Wait, come back. Are you here now? No, she's not here. Stop trying to get me to waste my flashlight power on nothing. This part falls so flat for me. So lame.
Oh, it hurts.
This is her room. We finally got to this part. I was so excited. I really wanted to get to this hallway. This is like the PT hallway of this game, I think. Because this would be her room. This would be the room that you pass by, and then there's an L-shaped corridor, but L shapes in the opposite direction. I feel like this to me is the homage to PT. Because we've also come back to this same hall several times as the painter. In this version, I don't remember this. Frankly, I don't remember this hallway very much in the original game. If you didn't end up in a Return to Oz experiment instead or lobotomized, oh, yeah, remember that electric thing that she got strapped to? Return to Oz was great. That started my lifelong crush on Fibers of Bulk. I liked her when we were both young, and I like her when we're both whatever age we are now. Okay. We still have flat. I get this feeling like these scales change for the other playthroughs, and this in this chapter for the musician, they just don't. Which part of me do I want to destroy? Either my music or some scissors. How is this a part of her? We're just going to kill the scissors. Why would we choose this path? Watch, destroying all of her music and everything is actually setting her free. You think? Well, whatever. Keep the music in my life. Keep the things I love in my life. This brings more flowers to this side. We got music. That is definitely not a violin. But now we've got sweet music playing. This makes it Actually, it's a pretty good eerie mix. I was gonna say it actually makes it much nicer in here, but I take it back. The pretty music with the creepy scenery is a little bit haunting. Oh, hi. Well, she was there for half a second. We're gonna go into the paint room. Oh, can we not? It's a closet over there, but I thought we could go in. I also don't like how she's haunted by herself, by just like the ghost version of her. It seems kind of lazy. Look up Damien Halme for a good time on Twitter. I mean, he says some fun things here and there. I took a week off, but sometimes I make some poignant posts. Thank you guys, those of you who do follow me in that shitstorm. I appreciate it. I know it's not monetized or anything, but you know, every part of building the brand, especially if it's free to do so, helps me out. Yeah, we've unlocked the painter's studio. Before we hop in there, whoa, hey, what's going on? Whoa, we are now chained to the floor. Okay, oh, we're having another conversation. That's why. That's what's happening.
Pathetic, you weakling.
Oh.
You claim that you're perfect? Nothing would hurt you if it were the truth. Perfection is incorruptible, eternal, proud. Look at you, chasing me around like a fool. What even am I to you?
Interesting.
My true self. I am perfect. Nothing can hurt me. This is just a test, and I'm passing it. Everything is fine.
A new way, live through the third conversation. Wow, that's a bold move, actually. That's where her mirror is. And she's like, nope. Now it's me, the painting, the perfect version of me all the time. The one that in the painter's story, she leaves notes that seem to suggest she thinks he's cheating on his wife with this painting. Damn. Wait, what's going on here? Voluntary or involuntary time off? Huh? Oh, me? Involuntary. Because I picked up another job thing. We can talk about it in DMs. Or in the lore stream. No, probably just DMs. I can tell you about it. You should see my interactions. Yeah. Hellraiser. Also, Troa, this showed up just now, a 3-stream streak. Why does it do it halfway through the stream? Twitch has really messed with your account. I don't understand it at all. But yeah, I've been working myself sick. Literally. I got sick. Okay, there's no note there to read anymore. There's one on this side. How much longer for the Instagram stream? Oh, shoot. Thank you for reminding me. We're looking at 20 more minutes. I should probably put like a 20-minute timer up or something on my phone, so I won't forget this and not say goodnight. Let's do 19. Yeah, if you're watching on Instagram, I have to say goodnight to you at 4 hours and then hop on over to YouTube and you can finish the rest of the stream. But that's how Instagram is. Lets me stream for 4 hours and then they cut me off. Stuart, you're a gentleman and a scholar, not necessarily in that order.
Why did you lie to me?
Huh?
We prepared for your visit, you know. John and Mary were delighted to see their aunt and uncle again.
Oh.
And you can't imagine.
They're still friends.
And disappointment when you never came.
Oh.
Your husband tells me you're in no fit state to travel, and that he told you as much. That he never agreed in the first place. Please, don't write to me until you're ready to face the truth about your condition.
Your friend Beatrice Gillespie. So I guess maybe the wife was being aspirational, the musician, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll come travel. We'll make it happen." And they made the full plans without ever telling the painter, or he was just so drunk he just forgot everything. And he just said, "No, you can't travel. You're still sick, or you're still, I mean, not sick, but like you're still mending." Either way, it'd be pretty awful if it was her fault or his fault. They pissed off Beatrice now. Now you did it. All right, there's no notes in there. Yeah, it's a little crazy for her to oh wait. I don't have a torch anymore. Interesting. Sorry, I mean flashlight when I say torch, for those of you that only speak American. Yeah, I don't have any way to illuminate anything anymore. I am a gentleman and scholar right now. I'm also a rogue and a scoundrel at times. That's how I keep balance in the world. Chaotic neutral. Appreciate you, chaotic neutrals. I seem to collect a lot of you in my life. Such delicious despair. You can feel it, can't you? So every time I walk past this painting, I feel like that's the Rat Queen speaking to me. So that's really interesting. I wonder why they took away the torch just for this part. We're going to go looking around for new notes because they seem to apparate randomly between chapters. Sometimes you find something, sometimes you don't. We're just going to take a quick look around the rest of the mansion. The sane mansion. Nothing here. I thought that was the picture that she was looking at, like, oh, he's cheating on me with that picture. But it's the other one that's now in her bedroom, for sure, 100%. Because that's a very young version of her, very minxish. So far, I haven't had any coughing fits, and I feel, you know, awake. Awake and engaged. New notes. New notes. Oh, it's all dark in here now. Oh, it's real dark. Dark in games doesn't bother me. Usually, just going down. Like down to this basement. I especially feel a little bit wiggy about this basement because of the Halloween events too. So I think of this room as the Halloween event room, not as the piano room. Any notes over here? No. Okay, so between the last chapter and this one didn't seem to spawn any new note. This game does seem to make me feel like I'm going crazy because sometimes you'll try something and it doesn't work, and then you'll try it again between the next two chapters and it does work. So it's inconsistent with itself. This is where we got chained and pulled down to the ground. Any new notes in the kitchen? Does the kitchen even have notes? Oh, you can't even get into the closet now. And we can't light anything up. Like, there's no reason. The game doesn't give you a reason as to why you lose the torch. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Got some medium chains in there, too. They're all, like, centered around the portrait, although they look like they're going away from the portrait. Like, they're chaining down. What if the painter manifested there? And they're, like, chaining the painter down, but you can't see his legs. I don't know. That would just be kind of cool. Maybe they didn't want this room to be well lit, so they didn't want to give you the torch.
Palace. When he locked himself in there, the whole house felt like a prison cell.
words up there. This is where she would pose. Lots of mirrors. And that looks like a whole bunch of, looks like a mirror hung into a frame. I think I see me there too. I can't jump. Can't see myself. Could this be a level all about mirrors? That would be pretty cool. Mirrors of fear. Oh, the change are just heading out. And it's the untouched canvas. Wait, what was that noise? Was that one of you? I didn't make a noise. I just heard a weird like murk. Okay, so and his big cabinet isn't here. He must have acquired that after he went insane and after she passed and he went insane. There's even a little chair for the little. Oh, cute. It's so cute. There I am, still perfect in every way. No burns, no scars. Okay, but now this is different. Oh yeah, we're losing it. Did I get my torch back yet? Literally, nah. Okay. Damn. Look at this. Look at this glorious, magnificent level. This is feeling like the end of Visage. The big, empty, open space and the twisted walkthrough and just the magnum opus area like this. So cool. That chain kind of stops a little bit early though. Whoops. I like this area quite a bit. I haven't even seen half of it. Oh yeah. Man, if it seems like he's losing his shit by the end of the game, hers is just like this Rat Queen and Insanity go really well together. Or is this just like what it's like to hit the laudanum too hard? That walking is him. That's his walk. That's his like funny shuffle from the first game because he's got a bad prosthetic leg. And his favorite painting, this fucking weird cursed child. I keep thinking he's like going to be behind me or something. Cursed fuzzy faced kid. Oh, you can just fall down that hole there, I guess, if you're not paying attention. Or maybe you can't. Hello.
I'm sorry for the late answer. These letters are hard to read for me. I don't sleep because I'm thinking about you and your misfortunes. I need a break after each letter. And when I come back to it to write the answer, there's always a matter of deciphering. Your handwriting. I'm sure you know it's not as beautiful as it used to.
Oh, that's some really bad Englishing there. I think you all know what she was trying to say. Your friend forever, Beatrice Gillespie. I'm still tired way too damn early. I hate this. Give me back my 8 a.m. bedtime. Wait, what? 8 a.m.? I mean, what can you do if you go to sleep at 8 a.m. though? That's the thing. You're really limiting what businesses you can interact with, what things you can do, who you can